Are you telling me that mine has less champagne?
Champagne.
He's still focused on it.
Okay, we're drinking some champagnes.
Listen, here's the thing. Don't think of it as less champagne. Think of it as more juice. Less is more.
Sipping on champagne and juice. Laid back.
Champagne and juice.
So today we're everywhere. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on the X.
DX.
Yeah, Chris
like
Gonzalez. He says, "What song are we singing this morning, Brandon?"
Woo. I'm ready.
You ready to rock some DMX? What are you gonna do?
Oh, what a hood with a hood with a hood.
Pour some out. Pour some out for DMX.
Damn.
Did y'all
drinking mimosas?
Did y'all see Rudy J's Instagram post the other day
About the brisket?
about his daughter singing R. Kelly in her bedroom? He was like, "Is this allowed?" He goes, "Not in this household." Great song though.
Come on, man. R. Kelly had some bangers, bro. It's just, it is what it is now. You ain't gonna be hearing them.
Yeah. Can you still play 12 play?
I mean, that's the thing. It's like we had to take. No one's taking away Michael Jackson.
Oh,
But we pick and choose. That's
there you go.
Hey, you know what? In fact, it was just the anniversary of his death.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Talk. I had to take like 2 weeks off of school. Michael Jackson died. Your boy was.
You were in shambles.
Boy was in shambles.
You were crying.
I was listening to Human Nature just solo in my room, crying.
Man in the mirror. Man in the mirror.
Wow.
He's like, man, I'm not gonna get that picture of Bubbles autograph.
Come on, man.
Sportscast with Mike Jimenez and Joe Garcia. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Join the discussion as we broadcast live from beautiful West San Antonio. And remember to tip your hosts as it helps the show grow.
What's up, San Antonio? What's going on, South Texas? This is the Alamo City Sportscast coming at you from the west side of San Antonio. We got the southwest side represented.
That's right.
West Bexar County represented as well. My name is Mike Jimenez. That is Joe Garcia. That is Brandon Big Poppy Medina. And this is United States Marine Corps retired Rick Fernandez.
Yeah.
We got about 1,000 pounds worth of fun and takes to have today.
There we go.
I did the math in my head just a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
About 1,000 pounds of fun. It is Friday,
Tons
so
of fun.
Chicana Fuerte is here with us, so doing the man-moses here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what do we call it? Champagne and juice?
That's right.
Yeah.
Laid back.
Rolling down the
My
street.
money.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Steph's actually doing great, dude. She's over here behind the scenes
Steph's
doing her
producing.
thing, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout
out to her.
Steph is making sure that the wheels don't fall off and Mike
Exactly.
drinks too much. And so,
Exactly. She's here to keep you all in check,
That's
man.
right.
And this is a victory lap, by the way. This is a victory lap. We're celebrating how good of a week we had at the Alamo City Podcast Network and the Sportscast. We had that great draft party over at Pete's Place in Helotes. 40 people showed up for that. We have had our second biggest week ever in total views this week. And we had a 41% conversion ratio yesterday,
Nice.
which means that the number of views compared to the number of subscribers was 41%. You know what that number is? That's insane. That means that there's something happening with this network and with this particular sportscast that people are not only subscribing, they're watching. And we saw that over at Pete's Place. People were coming up like, hey, you're not on the chat.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's more than the people in the chat. We love the people on the chat, by the way. The chat lines are open.
Oh, man. They're
You
awesome.
you can take part on and be part of the show by leaving a comment. 3, 5, or 10, the best ones help guide the show. But on top of that, there's a silent majority of people who watch this show after the show airs.
Right.
They watch the show and don't comment, but it's fine. We are all love here, baby. This is your show. This is not my show. This is not Joe's show. This is our show. It's a community show. Glad to have you guys here. Lots to get into today. Obviously, because Rick is here, and it's Friday. We talk about boxing and UFC, so we're going to get into that.
It's a big one this weekend.
Brandon will probably get in some gambling because we know
Oh,
that
come on, baby.
you're the resident
I'm ready.
degenerate.
I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to bet the house today.
He's the resident degenerate.
That's right. That's right. We're ready to roll.
So we're going to talk about the Spurs. Obviously, you have the Spurs shirt on. The Spurs got Stephon Castle in the first round.
Yep.
The question that we're going to debate today is he a day one starter? Is he going to start day one? And if so, Whose position does he take? Does he slide Vassell to the 3? Is that what we're going to do? Or is Stephon Castle going to be the starter? What about Trey Jones? Let's kind of debate that.
Sure.
Bronny James. Did you see what that agent Rich Paul did yesterday? Reportedly by ESPN, was calling all these teams saying, do not draft Bronny, because if you do, we're going to send him to Australia.
Ooh, scary.
So we got to kind of get into that as well. I don't know if this is a Demon Mike segment or not, but Kyle Filipowski, did his girlfriend or the relationship he has with his girlfriend cost him millions of dollars and a first-round draft pick? Because he was projected to go in the top 20.
Mm-hmm.
He fell out of the first round, and people are saying it's because of his girlfriend.
Well,
He's
it's
20.
not just because of the
Okay.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's a lot of subplots within that.
Right, but that's
Yeah.
that's the one thing
That
that
was-
kind of
right.
revolves around it, right? Because
Sure,
he doesn't
sure.
talk to his parents.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't talk to have a lot of friends. It's like the movie Moneyball, that one scene.
Yeah, I thought about that when you said that about his girlfriend. I thought about Moneyball, where the guy's like, he's got an ugly girlfriend, she's a 6. That means you don't have confidence. So they're talking about a good body. He's like, what are we talking this? Like, we're looking for genes, we're looking for Fabio, right? So there's all these factors that people look into.
Not only girlfriend love, might be some cousins in there as well. If you look at his
man.
Instagram. So
yeah. It's Utah, man.
Fabio, that third baseman for the Mariners. Great line from that movie, by the way. But I found it to be funny because, she's kind of cute. I mean, I would, okay, right? But
of course, man, she's white, bro. Come on.
The thing is, the age. You go to all the different reports. Some say that she's 26. Some say that she's 27. Some say that she's 28.
wow.
He's 20, and they've been dating since he was in high school.
She was a
Damn.
babysitter.
Should we and what's his babysitter? Should we celebrate this or not? I mean, come on, he climbed that mountain that no one else has been able to climb. Okay.
I'm telling you what, it sounds like cases are going to be getting caught soon. That's what it sounds like.
So we'll be talking about Kyle Filipowski and also about the NBA draft in general. Again, Stephon Castle, is he a day one starter? Get into boxing and UFC. Hey, NFL Sunday Ticket might owe you some money.
Yep.
Because the NFL lost a massive lawsuit yesterday. Fair or foul, and when can I collect my check is what I want to know. We're going to be able to walk all over George Strait's name. We're going to be able to walk all over it, baby.
Two-step over.
Two-step over if we want to, because he's getting an honor that we're going to be able to step on. So we'll talk about that. Hawk Tua trademark.
God.
Long time coming.
Okay, so first of all, a couple dozen people have tried to trademark it. The one person who hasn't is a girl who said it.
Oh,
What is
man.
she doing?
Yeah.
Why are you fumbling the bag?
No, I thought she got fired from her job too, man.
Oh, yeah, that whole story about her.
She's a teacher.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's actually a fake story.
I
It's
don't
fake
know,
news.
man.
Fake news.
It's hard to tell these days what's fake news and what's real.
Yeah.
Would it surprise you if she was
there
a
was
teacher?
a comedy show on last night.
No,
With
it
Juan
would
in.
surprise me. She seemed too young.
Hey, Joe, I said I'm married to a teacher. It fit the bill. It sounds about right. All those
He
wild
He checks the
stories.
box.
Does Brandon know about teacher mating season?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
I
Can you attest to that being a thing?
That's right.
And I want to talk a little bit about the movie Better Off Dead. And first and foremost, am I an old man for not knowing what Pluto and Tubi were?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Mike.
Am I an old man? Because I got turned on to Pluto yesterday, and the first thing I looked for was a movie I hadn't seen in forever, which was Better Off Dead. One of the few movies I did actually see back in the 80s. And it was there for free.
That's surprising to me that they let you see that, dude, because you were a kid back then.
$2. Dude, the number of suicide scenes,
That were a lot, dude.
insane.
Hey, that brother was going through some things, man.
Dude, the best one though was when he's trying to hang himself inside the garage,
Oh,
and he's taking the noose off, and the mom opens up the garage door. And he's hanging while she's just vacuuming away.
yeah.
So let's talk about movie scenes that maybe we shouldn't be able to watch ever again because times are different in 2024. I'm Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia. That's Rick Fernandez. That's Brandon Big Poppy Medina. I'm gonna take a step back, man. I got to get some of the takes from you guys over here because Stephon Castle taking number 4 overall. All 5 of us were together
Yeah.
at Pete's Place in Helotes for
Yep.
that. By the way, big props to Pete's Place and the Michelob Ultra Girls giving us free beer.
Yes.
But Stephon Castle, Brandon, when you heard that name and you heard me screaming behind you,
Yeah.
that's my son.
Oh,
How
Yeah.
excited were you when you heard Stephon Castle's name coming out of UConn going to the Spurs, already wearing silver and black, by the way.
No, he was ready to roll. Listen, the Castle chain, first and foremost, was off the chain. And I think this guy is extremely talented. None of us, I would say, were surprised, right? All of us kind of knew. This has been the rumor for a long time. And I think at 4, he has the potential to be the best pick in this draft. I think there's a lot of potential. Obviously, you come in with a defensive-minded guard, a good-sized guard, great IQ, solid understanding of the game. If we can get his shot where we need it to be, I think you're looking at an incredible pick that's going to be a Spurs staple moving forward in the game. And I would like to say he'll be a starter, but that's because they raised the hell out of my season tickets, and I want to know why. So
30%.
I would like to see who's playing when we draft him. But at 4, I think you're kind of pot committed to make sure this guy gets some playing time, and I think it's well deserved in the roster.
So let me ask you that, Fernandez. By the way, you know him as Real Fernandez on Twitter. The question about whether or not he's a day one starter, because we've seen the Spurs start other players in the past. Victor Wembanyama was a day one starter.
Right.
If you look at Jeremy Sohan started a lot of games in his rookie season. In fact, as a rookie, he started 53 of the first 56 games that he played. He started 73 out of 74. This is a guy that was drafted number 9 overall. Yep. Now we got a guy drafted number 4 overall.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, Vegas books have as either the first, second, or third best odds to win Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
He is a day one starter. Correct me if I'm wrong.
He's a day one starter. He should be a day one starter. I have a odd feeling that the Spurs are going to bring him off the bench to start the season.
Okay.
Again, I guess it depends on if there's any movement with Trey Jones. You know, there's this. He's a 2-guard, Castle, but he wants to play point. He wants to play point, and I think he can. He can lock down defensively. The shot needs some work, which you know that there's you got Jimmy Barron, right? That's gonna do that work. I think he is a day one starter. This is gonna sound contradicting. He is a day one starter, but he's not gonna be a day one starter, in my opinion. I just have a feeling that the Spurs are gonna bring him off the bench, piss a bunch of people off as they tend to do. But I say 20 games in, then he ends up winning, quote unquote, a starting spot.
I wouldn't be surprised either way.
They're going to figure out, is he going to be a 1? Is he going to be a 2? Maybe he comes off the bench as a point guard backup.
Okay, yeah,
just to kind of test the waters. And I say by midseason he will be in the starting lineup.
That's a great point. I'm going to get to the super chat in a second, but that is a great point, because it's not that he doesn't deserve to be a starter game 1. He is one of the best players on this team already.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay. So he has the talent. It's just whether or not he's going to be playing the 1, 2, or 3,
right,
or the 1 or the 2, that they got to have to figure out. Right. And that is the problem that the Spurs are going to have. Now, I see him doing a lot of minutes either way, whether it be at the 1 or the 2 as they try to figure it out. If he's coming off the bench, he's still going to get 25, 30 minutes. That's what they're going to do.
He's still going to get a lot of minutes. Yeah. And I think that's where the situation is going to be, because again, if he plays 2, then you move Devin to the 3, Trey at 1. I think there's going to be a lot of playing with whether he plays 1, 2, or 3. So during that, experimental movement of where is he a 1, is he a 2, is he a 3, he's going to be on the bench. But come about 20, 25 games in, I think he'll be starting somewhere, probably at the 1.
The days of sending our guys to Austin are over. I like Chris Gonzalez's comment right here saying Castle is a day 15 starter.
That's fair.
Actually, that's kind of what I'm getting at. I'm getting at about 15, 20 games in. I think it's going to be he has to start.
And Sith being a jackass saying Spurs going to have him playing center, another Spurs experiment.
Well, my thing is this. We all go to a lot of Spurs games. I don't want to see Malachi or Champagne getting the starting role over this kid either. Though.
Right.
My thing is, if you're going to experiment with the lineup, experiment with your rookie who wants to get comfortable with Wemby, who needs to get comfortable with Sohan, and let's see, because the problem last year, listen, offensively, the Spurs were able to hang in games that they probably shouldn't have. Defensively, as soon as Wemby leaves the floor, you're struggling because it's just Sohan who can play so much defense. You have a guard who, as we've seen with every scouting report, is going to be considered a lockdown guy for their best guard, best forward, best point guard. I think this is an opportunity for the Spurs to really hit the ground running and see what exactly do we have. And if you're nervous, you got the summer to experiment too, right? Let him play in the summer league and see what he's about, how he looks guarding other top prospects and other veterans of the game.
I think it's going to confuse a lot of Spurs fans, though, to see that he's going to be out there starting, because it's one of those things where we remember Keldon Johnson did not start.
Right.
Devin Vassell did not start. we had this ongoing thing. Josh Primo did not start. Tony Parker famously did not start. It's just one of those things where we had this system, right? We're not used to drafting so early in the first round,
Sure.
where we have to do it because not only are we drafting him early, we're paying the guy as such.
Yep.
He's one of the top 5 paid salaries as of right now at $7.5 million or $7.5 million rather. They're gonna have to play him. They're gonna have to play him from day one, and I'm excited about it. Because that was my guy, man. That was the guy I followed all year long. Yeah. Been saying it for the longest time. Yesterday, I got a phone call from James Pledger from San Antonio Sportscast.
Yeah.
He was surprised. He was like, man, you were very methodical in talking about the Spurs yesterday. You didn't take the fan response of getting mad at number 8 when the Spurs got rid of Dillingham. That was the right
Why
move,
do I bring up
man.
bullshit, man?
No, I really think we did the right thing because we didn't let it get in our emotions. We kind of broke it down and let everybody know this is the reasoning behind the pick being traded.
Yeah. Hey, we had a super chat.
$5 super chat coming in from Tex-Mex Frank saying,
the GOAT.
Saying, good morning, gentlemen. Glad to see Fernandez and Big Poppy on. Joe should do a Friday grito for them.
Here we go. He's wearing the Texican hat. It only makes sense.
Well, if it's being requested.
I mean,
he paid for it.
It's by the people.
By the people for the people.
Oh,
this is Mike's favorite part right here.
He's back. He's backing that truck up. Tex-Mex Frank, thank you for the super chat.
Hey, but real quick, and I'm gonna be in Vegas for the summer league, so I am super excited about seeing Castle, even Ingram. You know the
big fan
we picked up. There's a couple of summer league signings that they've already made.
Yep.
So the summer league is fun. I'm telling you, if you guys have a bucket list, you got to go to the Vegas Summer League. It's so interactive.
Speaking of which, there's a comment right here from Jesse A.
Yep. I think, Jesse A, our man. I think Summer League, he'll play one. I agree. And season starts back up point guard. Absolutely. I agree with that, with Jesse A saying. I think they're going to play him at the one in the Summer League. I think it's going to be one of those, it's almost like a Parker Speedy Claxton situation where, you got the veteran. Trey Jones is there. He's doing his thing. But Trey Jones would be a nice backup.
Yeah.
So I think Castle starts off as Trey Jones backup, and then about 15, 20, 25 games in, Castle's now the starter. And hey, Trey Jones off the bench as a 1 would be awesome.
Oh, and he's done it before, and it's been a huge spark for the team.
Yeah.
Now the Spurs in the second round of the draft, because keep in mind it was beyond just what happened Wednesday.
Right.
Second round of the draft was yesterday. They got they surprised a lot of people early on because they're like Johnny Furphy from Kansas. Everyone got all excited about that. Because everyone,
all excited.
Not like the dilly.
Yeah, not like dilly, but it definitely was exciting.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, first round talent that fell to the second round. But then again, Spurs flipped him for cash considerations.
Gotta love the cash.
And they also got Juan Nunez, who someone described as the mechanic down the street. Juan Nunez coming in from Spain.
And he's been called a generational passer.
They probably picked him up from Hector's tire and repair in front of John Jay.
Yeah, so you say generational passer. I was watching the highlights of him. I'm like, okay, he's white chocolate. He's more like brown chocolate out there. He's doing these awkward passes. He's looking like Manu out there.
Wanu.
Well, there you go, Wanu.
Yeah, Wanu.
Wanu Ginobili.
It's a classic draft and stash. He's gonna stay in Spain next year. I think they're opening up. They're leaving spots open. And they don't want to pay.
Sure.
I think that's what the 8 thing was about.
You were featured on KSAT 12. Look at what Tim Gonzalez is saying.
I know. Yeah. He told me that, and I missed it.
We got to go back and look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Spurs also in the second round got Harrison Ingram, a 6'5" small forward out of North Carolina. Back when UNC was a thing,
bro. This was a pick that I think was extremely solid. You got a 3-and-D small forward, played at Stanford for 2 years. Dude is super smart. Well liked, good character from everything that I've seen. I watched a lot of UNC. We have a buddy of ours who's a big North Carolina fan. Dude is a baller, can fit in with the defense and can come in and give us a really great forward who can not only play D, but also, I believe, shot like 40 from the 3-point line. So I think it's a great pick in the second round. Even if he doesn't get minutes out the gate, I think if we can fit him in the lineup sometime sooner in the future, I think it's a fine pick.
The tweet he gave out and also the interview that he gave afterwards, fascinating. The tweet was, I just wanted a chance.
Yep.
Just give me the opportunity was his tweet. And then the interview that you see how cerebral he is.
Yeah.
He probably got better than a 6 on the Wonderlic. I'm going to go ahead and assume that he did really good.
Yeah.
But he was basically saying, look, I'm not going to be a star.
Yeah.
I want to be a contributor. He knows his game.
Yeah.
And whether this works or not, we've seen this with City Sissoko last year. Second round draft pick, picked in the 40s as well. He is balled out in Austin, and now he's part of the varsity squad.
Right.
He got the real contract, $1.9 million this year. Who's to say that this guy can't do this as well?
Yeah.
And one last thing. Look at where the Spurs are getting their players this year. They went to the Blue Bloods.
Blue Bloods.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah. Which that wasn't a thing, right? The Spurs didn't used to have, the blue blood guys. I know we got Keldon and all that, but I'm just saying, like, historically, I always say this. There's something to be said, and I tell my sons, and I talk about this a lot. There's something to be said about playing in those blue bloods.
Absolutely.
There is. I mean, it's a semi-pro atmosphere.
Yep.
Like, I'm talking about everything from the off the court stuff.
Yep.
Like the attention, the media, there's all these nuances, right? So to me, getting a guy in this deep in the second round, that's a blue blood.
Yep.
Hey, I get it. He's going to go to Austin, but he might be a contributor. He really might. And for something so cheap, you know, I mean, hey, why not? Right?
And he's a Dallas kid. He's a Texas kid,
guy.
and I
he
think
was there. You know,
Yeah.
he was there.
And I think truly, smaller frame a little bit, but I think if you're looking at potential of what we could have, especially because, like you said, Mike, he's not looking to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Harrison Ingram could be almost Harrison Barnes-esque for this team, where it is a 3-and-D and just a straight body to be physical and create disruption in the lineup.
Worst case scenario, he's 6 fouls and he's a couple of boards.
There you go.
Worst
we
case scenario.
do have an incoming super chat, by the way, from the Drew Show. Thank you, Drew.
So Drew Show comes out and says, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, cut to the quick. When do the Spurs Damn. Okay, first of all, Keldon Johnson has a contract that's different than others in the sense that it's actually less and less per year. Everyone else has a contract that is backloaded. His is front loaded. He goes from 20 to 19 to 18 to 17, which makes it a very tradable deal in the future because they know that they're getting a good player. He's a decent player. I like Keldon Johnson. I just don't think that he's going to be like the starter, right? If you're going to say Keldon Johnson's off the bench for 18 to 22 minutes, I want him on this team. But if he wants to play 25, 30 minutes someplace else, 35 minutes someplace else, he's not going to do it here. Not with this
Look
team
what the
anymore.
Drew Show says.
It says, Drew Show says, we stuck to the loudmouth bricklayer Sohan. Wow. It's like he was thinking of me. But Keldon, it's one of those things where I look at him and I think to myself, at the price point that he is, 17, 18 million, he's priced about right.
Yeah.
And that makes it a tradable contract in the future. The Spurs have him on contract for a while. Gold medalist, good guy in the locker room. He's also somebody who's well liked in the community.
Yeah.
He's a good piece to flip, not this season, but next season when the Spurs have the opportunity to get an all-star, because we went down the list yesterday of like 20 big-time names that are unrestricted free agents at the end of next season. That's when they'll get rid of Keldon.
And check this out. David Outwater saying, found out on the Taylor Show, Ingram's parents own like 17 McDonald's in Dallas, bro.
So a real blue blood.
I was like Shaq. Like Shaq. Now, speaking of blue bloods, there was one blue blood that fell down in the draft that was supposed to go in the first round. Kyle Filipowski, who was a top 25 talent. The reports are that he fell in the draft because of his girlfriend, because he doesn't have a relationship with his brothers, doesn't have a relationship with his parents, and because he was kind of shifty and shady in the interviews, the pre-draft interviews. Now, I like to show photos if we can of his girlfriend, because this is a fascinating story for many reasons. First reason is Kyle Filipowski, just 20 years old, 7-footer, massive wingspan, was considered a top 20, top 22 talent. In fact, a lot of mock drafts about a month ago had him going 13, 14, 15. He has a girlfriend that he's had for quite some time.
Yeah.
We all have our high school loves, our high school crushes. Mine was named Amy back in the day, right?
Shout out to Amy.
Shout out to Amy. Still hot.
This guy, dude.
Demon Mike's segment for next week. Remind me. But here's the thing.
Tall tale time.
Here's the thing. when he hooked up with her, he was like 17, 18 years old, right? High school love, right? But she wasn't in high school because at the time she was in her mid-20s.
Yikes.
She was his babysitter, wasn't she?
Because she was his babysitter. So Kyle Filipowski has his girlfriend, and we see her there on the screen right there. She's a nugget. She's cute. She's a professional. But again, her age that people say that she is ranges between 26 and 28. He is 20. They've been together for a while. And apparently this caused a rift between his family. He's no longer speaking to his brothers. They went on social media to kind of complain.
Yeah.
And apparently this relationship kind of broke up the relationship that he's had with his family.
Yeah.
And can you believe that a girlfriend relationship could be the reason why he went from making millions of dollars in guaranteed money to being a non-guaranteed second rounder?
You sure he's not part Latino, bro? You know how that goes. You know, you get a girl, you bring her to the house, they don't like her. You either pick her or us.
Mom. You don't know, Mom.
You don't know what she does. She's bad.
Mom, you don't know about the hot too.
I mean, you know, and okay, so let's talk about grooming for a second here because
let's
you know,
sure, yeah,
okay, let's talk about manscaping.
Yeah.
No, the other type of grooming, right? The other type of grooming is the fact that whenever you hear a guy who's dating a girl in high school who's 24, 25 years old,
right?
That guy's a creep, right? And yeah, they might become 20, 21 years old, but then they're 28, 29.
Sure.
And then you start doing the math in your head. You're like, you know, I mean, 29, 21, I guess that's okay. Wouldn't you all start dating again 4 years ago? And then you start doing the math, right? The Brian Windhorse, right?
Yep.
You start doing that.
R. Kelly starts playing in the background.
Yeah.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
I don't see nothing wrong with bumping your babysitter. So that being said, should this be considered a creepy relationship, or is it different? Is it a double standard that's accurate that says that, you know what? You know, the dude's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Well, I think so. You got Coach Belichick, right? You know, he's
Oh,
dating
man.
somebody that's like
Okay.
years
Real
old. That's a whole nother
fast.
situation. But
Bill Belichick is 75, 76 years old, right?
She's what,
Filipowski
24?
is 20, right?
Right.
There's a 55-year age difference between the two.
Right.
His girlfriend, Filipowski's girlfriend, is older than Bill Belichick's girlfriend.
Yeah. I think for this situation, I don't think the issue is so much that they're only 7 years apart or whatever they are, 6 years apart. I think it's all that other weird stuff because it's like Mormon stuff is involved. It's she pulled him away from his family.
Look, Tex-Mex Frank has a simple solution, bro.
Like all this
simple explaining. He says he's probably a sucia.
I think the issue is more of all the other weird stuff going on with them. I think if it was just, hey, he's got a girlfriend that's 5 years older than him, 6 years older than him, and that's the only story, I don't think that's an issue. I think it's all that other behind the scenes stuff.
Now, Brandon,
that's what it sounds
like.
Yes. I got to let you cook on this. Okay.
Cool.
Was it one of those things where because she was his babysitter, right?
Sure.
She saw him and was like, okay, I'm babysitting the 7-footer. Okay. Or eventual 7-footer.
She's playing the long game.
You're right. Was she playing the long game? Because a lot of people go Brittany Mahomes and like, dude, Brittany Mahomes dated him when he was like in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, right? So that's a little bit different. But this right here, do you think that she saw a meal ticket, if you will?
You know what? I think there's a possibility. Here's where I think the conversation
She's
gets
playing
really
the long
weird.
game.
Here's where it gets weird that we haven't touched on. I don't know if you all saw this on Twitter. There were a series of pictures from his family and from people looking on Instagram that started circulating where maybe it's the babysitter, maybe it's the ticket. There's also an Instagram picture of them together with the caption being like, so glad to hang out with my cousins. And then she's involved there too. So if this becomes a inter-family Mormon situation, I think he slipped because of the press that could come from this, because of the PR standpoint. The talent is there. Clearly, he's mature to be dealing with a 27-year-old.
He went to Duke.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
He's more mature. He went to Duke. Like Duke people are immature. He didn't go to USC. He went to Duke.
He didn't go to UCLA, USC. Listen, I'm just saying there's so many angles, and this has only been 24 hours since you've been drafted.
Yeah,
we're gonna find out more, and I think we're gonna see why teams were like, I don't know if I want this PR on our guy that's gonna be coming off the bench.
Now someone who did go to USC is Bronny James.
Here we go.
Okay, so here's the thing: Bronny James got drafted number 55, second round to the LA Lakers. We all saw this coming, right? The smoke signals were there. Rich Paul, the agent, coming out and saying, if you draft this guy, Bronny James, we're going to send him straight to Australia.
Yeah.
As though the team that drafted him didn't just still own his rights.
Mm-hmm.
We own that rights to that guy Militinov and for like ever. Okay, so just because you go off to Australia, buy then. But teams were backing off, and to piggyback what Mike Taylor said on Twitter yesterday, asking about whether or not ESPN needed to have some sort of pressure applied on them to say nice things about Bronny James.
Yeah.
My question back to him was, I said, hey, Mike, do you think that maybe they had pressure to list him on the big board at number 55 so that when he went at 55, coincidentally, they had him at 55 on the big board,
Of course.
and he was 55 drafted, right? He was not the 55th best player available. He averaged 4 points per game. The dude had cardiac arrest recently.
Dude.
Come on, man. What's going on here? So, first of all, your thoughts on Rich Paul, Fernandez, your thoughts on Rich Paul, the super agent coming out and saying, don't draft this guy. He's going to the Lakers. The power that he has to wield that. The second question is, do you think ESPN was under pressure to pump him up?
Yeah, I think, that does show Rich Paul's power, because that's a lot of power. I'm surprised the team didn't just call his bluff and say, you know what? Hey, we're going to stash Juan Nunez in Spain. Why not stash Bronny in Australia?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm surprised the team didn't just call their bluff and say, let's do it. But that just shows the power of Rich Paul, ESPN machine. Of course, it's LeBron. I mean, it's a LeBron-a-thon over there on ESPN.
Yeah.
So, of course, and it's a great story. And what's sad about this, and Steph and I were talking about this on the way over here, it's an actually really cool story.
It is.
That a father and a son are playing together in the NBA. I'm not going to hate on that. That's amazing. I think that's so awesome.
First ever.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a retired Marine, and I saw Marines when their sons or daughters became Marines, how amazing that was for them.
Emotional.
Because they were Marines, and now their son and daughters are joining the ranks. I mean, I'm not trying to compare that to the NBA. I'm just saying, that's amazing thing. So I think it's sad that the story isn't just, hey, a father and a son are playing together. They manufactured it to be that way.
Yeah.
I think that's what people are kind of, nepotism. And then of course people come out and say, well, there's nepotism everywhere, which is true, but that doesn't make it any less right or wrong. That's like if I said, well, I cheated on my wife, but everybody else does it. So what? Give me a break. No, that's the same concept. I mean, people are saying, oh, there's nepotism everywhere, so it's okay. What about a guy saying, well, I cheat on my wife and everybody else does it, so it's okay.
Well,
right?
I mean, we see this at the Cowboys. Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones.
I know, but everybody hates it all the way across. So I see people like, oh, well, now y'all want to talk about nepotism. No, we know that the Cowboys have it and it's everywhere. I mean, you could probably go to a Bill Miller and there's a manager there that their kid works there. You know what I mean? I got it that it's everywhere, but that doesn't make it any better or worse. I mean,
Bronny James shot 36% from the field, 26% from three. He averaged 4.8 points per game, 2 assists, and less than a steal.
Those are home stats or are those Bronny stats?
Those are
Those are your home stats.
I mean, Bronny James, 6'2", 210 pounds. He's thick. He's thick.
Jeez, bro.
For a young point guard.
He's eating some McDonald's.
Pour some juice in this next cup.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. I think the story is great. However, there's been so many incredible sons to play after their fathers in other sports, not at the same time. But we're not doing this for Vince Carter to play with his son. We're not making this big of a deal if JJ Redick's son was able to play with him or something like that. This is because it's LeBron. I think it is a great story. I think his son also, completely in account to him, had a great combine. He did the best he could do, and he showed out. My thing is the story. We've already known he's going to the Lakers. I wish somebody commented. I wish we would have saw the madness of Cleveland giving one last FU to Bron. And Cleveland taking him would have been fun. But I do think this has been the story. Rich Paul obviously is powerful, but Bronny himself, I think, knew, here I go. I'm going to have to be on this team with my dad one way or another.
Now, JJ Redick doing the golf clap when they called in the selection, whatever, right? Now, the funny thing about this are all the TikToks that I saw this morning about Bronny James. And they were asking the question, when he's asking for a pass from his dad, does he say LeBron?
Yeah.
Does he go, Dad?
Yeah. Well, no, I like the ones about they said his mom is asking him hey, how was practice? It was okay until your husband started chucking up a bunch of threes, and all that. And then I even seen the ones that are oh man, LeBron is sleeping with his
teammates'
teammates'
mom.
mom. Like, yeah, like people are so quick.
Hey,
on
one of the things
Twitter
we
and
got to
the
do,
internet.
Mike, is you got to give a shout out to our new subscriber here.
Yes, we do have a new subscriber, number 943, dude.
44.
Rolling down the
We
river.
picked one up before the
Rolling
show.
down the river.
944, 56 away from 1,000. That is a big deal.
Rolling down river. Thank you, man.
Now, my favorite post about Bronny James was them asking the question. So, after the game, do they shower together?
Jeez.
How does
Yikes.
this work?
Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
How does this
Man,
work?
why do you got to make it weird,
I'm
Mike?
glad Rick's in,
Bro.
Yeah, what is
Red flags everywhere, man. So from red flags to red cards.
Ándale,
That's
chanclazo.
what's gonna happen. That's live footage of Brandon Medina there on Marbach with my mom.
Right where there was no cameras.
That's right. She would do her favorite place, dude. When we were at Target or wherever, she would go, "Hey, I'm gonna go try the shirt off."
dressing room?
That dressing room,
get you
dog?
in there.
Yeah.
Light you up, boy.
Just 10 seconds in the dressing room.
Hey,
dressing room or in between the what do you call it? You know,
Yeah, where they have the
clothes are
clothes.
hanging
the
and shit.
clothes.
Yeah. That's a quick one. That's
right.
just a real quick one.
Is Bronny a day one starter, or is
Oh,
it
my God.
dude,
Come
or does
on,
Dalton
man.
Connect have to sit on the bench?
Yeah,
Is-
Hey, they got the
is-
South Bay Lakers.
it
They
is-
got an Austin team.
Is
They got
Bronny
South Bay
James
Lakers.
going to be the first second rounder to sign a 5-year, $30 million deal?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Did you see ESPN going, the team should draft Bronny and then send it like the mafia to
Oh,
the
yeah.
Lakers? Be like,
Legs.
we have your son.
Yeah, he
Like
said
the-
Boston. Legler said Boston should do that.
Like the
and
movie
do that, we
Taken.
have your son. That's pretty funny. Yeah,
I
that
gotta
is pretty
ask
funny.
Brenda's mom next time I see her. I'm gonna say, "Hey, you used to light him up, man."
Yeah.
Bro, she in this old age, she loses her memory. She don't believe it
They
anymore.
remember,
Yeah.
bro. They remember.
I
Oh,
said
yeah.
the scars remind us.
She goes, yeah, but he deserved it.
Oh, for sure. I got Nesio tatted on me before a reason.
Let's talk about some soccer. Apparently, Team USA got its ass handed to them.
Oh,
what
my God.
happened?
Dude, listen, this game was all over the place. A lot of 2 red cards, tons of yellow cards, lots of fouls, penalty kicks, everything you want and more. The United States men's national team could not convert on chance after chance after chance. Panama did. This doesn't look good for a team that's going to be hosting the World Cup in 2 years. This is kind of the prequel to that. You have this and the Euros, but what I wanted to talk about was the Euro competition. Obviously, it's huge. It's huge in Europe, right? Soccer in general. Here, is it not as big because the ticket prices alone are crazy? Somebody mentioned for the United States game, it was $80 to park.
Damn.
Plus you got food, plus you got drinks. Are we almost pricing fans of soccer in the United States out by making it such an expensive and lucrative sport where it is a normal sport that others can play elsewhere in other countries?
Well, if you're going to be playing at Jerry World, if you're going to be playing at SoFi Stadium, if you're going to be playing at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas, in New York City, it's going to be expensive because that's how they roll over there, man. And it's one of those things where this is a working man's game, right? It's a blue collar fans that go to these games. They're not going to be able to afford it. And the ones that can't afford it are corporate types, man. They're not going to be able to cheer.
Isn't that what the Spurs are
Bunch
doing
of
now? They're
posers.
starting to price people out, man.
They did. They have been. And you can tell that down low. Now, I will say this, though. San Antonio, give props to the city when it comes to this. Even if you are down low and when you and I go down, we were in the 5th row of that game.
Oh,
when
yeah.
Sohan balled out and he did it in front of my face.
I called, what's his name? Collins, booty crumbs to his face. Bro.
There you go.
Good
No
God.
me pasa nada,
Don't
dude.
piss off
But-
Steph
but-
now.
but-
That's a boy.
Now, we know that when we're in the upper level, we're with the people. But we
Yeah,
know
con la
that
gente.
when we're down low, we're with doctor whoever, lawyer whoever, stockbroker whoever, me sometimes. But we
Or
know
prospects,
we-
remember we saw some prospects that were there.
Yes, and then you see the occasional stripper.
Yeah.
Right?
There was 2 of them when we were there.
Well
Yes.
deserved. Well deserved, by the way.
Yes. So you look at that, but at least at the Spurs games, Frost Bank Center,
Yeah.
those people who have the money, most of them are really diehard Spurs fans just because.
Right.
Yeah.
But in soccer, I don't think that fandom exists up in the white collar communities too much.
I get what you're saying. I think the fandom definitely exists around the country, especially you look at the MLS, how much that's grown. Now, obviously, you have the Messi incoming that has jumped that times 3, times 4. But I think you look at your soccer traditional Ohio, right, has a big soccer area for whatever reason. It's massive. You have the Columbus Crew there. You look at New England in that area. You look at kind of the East Coast and Midwest really, really appreciate soccer and the sport itself. However, even here in Texas, Mexico played at Kyle Field. Why the hell is Mexico playing in Texas A&M in College Station? But it's growing the sport. However, you have Mexico and the United States who have had very, very lackluster showings in Copa America, which is supposed to be your competition to prove yourself. Mm-hmm. And Mexico specifically is getting hate for having the worst generation of soccer players in Mexican history. The United States has considerably probably the best generation in their history, and yet we're still not seeing results. It's one of those things where you're going to have to buy into the entire country in 2026 when the World Cup comes here. And what are you going to have to show for it to get the next generation involved in soccer?
Look at what Gert Vanderkrift is saying. Fans of European top football soccer clubs pay thousands of euros for season tickets. So it's big business around the world, you know?
But I'm sure they also grew up with it and are big fans.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, yesterday's loss from the United States men's national team reminded me of that Simpsons episode where they were saying it's a battle of the superpowers. Yeah. Panama, Uruguay. Very nice. My name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia, Rick Fernandez, Brandon Big Poppy Medina. This is the Alamo City Sportscast. Thank you for the new subscribers. What are we at now? We're at 944. 944, making the march to 1,000. That's a big, big thing. You get
6
to
away from our goal, 950.
You know what? And it's funny because I thought that was a stretch goal. I was like, 950 is a bit of a stretch goal. But if you look at it, we probably picked up about 60 subscribers this month.
Yeah.
We are getting more and more views. And we're now still on Twitter. We're on Facebook as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when we look at the views and you go, oh, well, this many views on YouTube. No telling how many people were watching on Facebook. There's no telling how many people were watching on
the X.
On the X. It's just different. But we are turning subscribers into viewers.
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's a fun show. I think it's because we talk sports and people like pop culture. People like talking about music, streaming.
They like being necio.
Demon Mike. Has Brandon, have you been introduced to the Camino Real girls?
No.
We will later on in the show. Okay, that is on his Instagram there, the Camino Real Chevy girls. It's these girls in this car dealership in Los Angeles that hire these 3 models to do their TikToks and to do their Instagram reels. Dude, it's so high quality, man. It's so high quality.
You're already looking into a new vehicle?
It's the ultimate F, marry, kill situation going on with the Camino Real girls. We'll show that again later on.
But right now
we pay love to them all the time, but let's give some love to who today?
MCS General Contracting.
Let's do
it. MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business. Honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leja over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show.
That Diamond Hard Concrete. I am not only friends with those guys, but I'm also a client. They did the sidewalk on the side of my house, did a fantastic job. The water's going where it should be going. Wasn't ponding and ruining the foundation. So I'm a happy customer of theirs. Let's give some love also to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. He's having a huge week. Over 100 new subscribers this week alone.
Yeah, let's get some love to Jeff El Jefe. Locked On Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked On Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on Threads at Jeff G Ken's 5 SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow not only on Threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@Locked On Spurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked On Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Man, Jeff Garcia did a fantastic job this week covering the NBA draft and the Spurs. You can follow him at Jeff G Spurs Zone on Twitter and on Threads. He has a story right now we got to get into. A couple of stories. One is that they released the Spurs Summer League Las Vegas schedule. It's going to start off on the 13th of July against the Blazers. That's on ESPN2. The next day against the Hawks. A couple days after that, the Pelicans. They also have the 76ers on NBA TV. Your San Antonio Spurs are going to be on TV again, baby.
There we go.
Yeah.
Spurs Summer League starting July 13th.
We're going to have boots on the ground there. We're going to have,
Spurs.
it's Fernandez
That's right.
out there.
Second year being our embedded reporter over there. Also on Kens5.com, Jeff Garcia has a story about how the Spurs are rumored to be in the market for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who is now suddenly a free agent.
Yep.
Okay, KCP. We're talking about a guy who's a veteran, been around for 8 or 9 years.
2-time champ, right?
Yeah, he's a champ.
Nice.
He's a piece.
Yeah.
He's a veteran piece.
Pause.
And it's one of those moves where that's putting the pieces of the puzzle together for a winning team. That's a winning move. You don't get a KCP because you want to tank.
Right.
That is saying that at the end of games, when we need to get a bucket, at the end of games, when we need to get a stop, we're going to bring in a 3-and-D guy to take care of this. So your thoughts on the Spurs getting KCP? Is that going to be, again, Brian Windhorst, we do this all the time. Is that a signal that the Spurs are a win now type of thing?
I mean, it's a signal that they are going into that, going in that direction, right? Because you don't go after a KCP if you're tanking, quote unquote.
Right.
I mean, that's good news. I mean, of course, we hear reports about this, that, and the third, and sometimes nothing materializes. But for Jeff to put it out there, I think there's some traction. And hey, we all are critical and all that kind of stuff. And we don't know what happens behind the scenes. There's a lot of calls, a lot of deals that just fall apart. I think they're doing their due diligence. I mean, and a KCP just sounds like a signal towards a different direction, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
I think
Mike,
so.
breaking news here, man.
Uh-oh.
Rodrigo Bravo just says he subscribed via all his accounts on YouTube. So now our subscriber count is now 953.
Let's go.
We 3 past our goal for the month.
There you
Shout
go.
out.
There you go. Thank you so much for that. Now, what we need you to do is turn it on every day at all times and run the show through. Other stories from Jeff Garcia on Ken's 5, because, again, he did so much this week. He has a Locked On Spurs podcast that just dropped an hour ago talking about reaction to the Spurs drafting Castle at 4 and then trading Dillingham, that 8 pick, for a 7th grader to be named later.
There we go.
Also a swap. It's only top 1 protected. So when I heard it was a protected swap, I was like, oh, it better not be top 10.
Yeah.
It's top 1 protected.
Yeah.
So not bad on that. He also has a story talking to the hologram, Brian Wright, about Stephon Castle and what he can bring to this team. Again, follow Jeff Garcia at Jeff G Spurs Zone. Ken's 5, all of those different places.
Yeah, David Atwater brought up something too that's been going across the social media spectrum here, and it's gonna be the Spurs are rumored to be interested in one Brook Lopez.
That's another name.
I saw that.
Yeah. You know what, Brook Lopez, not only is it, to me, it's having another coach on the team to speak to Wemby and say, Wemby, this is how you have a long career. I'll never be the superstar that you were, but you're better than me. But this is how you become a 7-foot, because I'm sorry, Zach Collins is not that guy. Zach Collins is not teaching Wemby anything.
He can show him how to miss from beyond the arc, bro. He's laying some bricks.
I mean, he can show him how to like gel and mousse his hair back. That's basically
Maybe that's a new
about
nickname for Collins, the bricklayer.
The bricklayer? No,
bricklayer.
well, I mean, the Brick Brothers would be him and Sohan.
Listen,
you
we
know?
have a general contractor sponsor. You get a job real quick.
You could use that brick.
But all puns intended, man. We still got to go ahead and get a Chicana Fuerte here, Steph. We got to get her a Collins jersey for the season,
Oh,
bro.
we got you.
That way she can get it signed,
She'll be
dude.
the only one rocking the Collins.
I
jersey.
promise you,
So-
you're the only one with the jersey.
Look, she's gonna make him blush again. Yeah, I saw this, dude.
Oh, I know.
She makes him nervous, man. She makes him nervous. Yeah.
Stephon Castle's jersey might be number 5. That kind of hurts me a little bit because I kind of feel, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't that Big Shot Bob's?
So it's
Yeah, it was Ori's and
DeJounte's.
Yeah, it was Ori and DeJounte.
I want Ori's jersey retired. The 2005 title does not happen without him.
Yep.
He was, beyond Tim.
Agreed.
Really, it was Ori who carried this team on his back and then also knocked down that big 3-pointer in front of Rasheed Wallace's face.
Absolutely.
Dunked it from about 18 feet out.
Yeah.
You see that jump man Jordan thing? That dunk from Ori where he just extended out like Space Jam.
Yeah.
Dude, retire his jersey already.
Ori said, F it, we ain't losing this game, bro.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
F all that,
in
dude.
Detroit.
Yeah.
And that's what's, we talk about obviously the big three, the big three are the big three, but all those extra pieces are what's intriguing.
Hey, man, if it wasn't for Ori's hip check on Nash, bro.
There you go, dude.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that they don't ever talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Tavarius is asking the question: are you guys going to Paris?
Man,
Poodles in Paris.
Okay.
Depends on what you mean by Paris.
Let me tell you.
Paris, Texas.
Let me tell you this.
What's the plan?
If you and I, you can do what's it called? Affirm? Is that way where you get the trips and you?
You
pay it off over a year.
Payments? Yeah.
You know, you
wait.
12. So it's like 12 payments.
Finance that shit, bro.
125
that's not a bad
month.
idea.
Hey, boost your credit score.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Do they take care credit? No.
Credit? Dude.
Hey. I you know what? If I had to give myself a percentage of going, I'm going to say 80%. I'm going to tell you why it's 80%, why it's so high.
That's pretty high. Yeah.
Because going through a divorce right now, I'm in F it mode.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be younger than I am mode.
Hell yeah.
I'll figure it out later mode.
I don't think Mike's going to know how to act in Paris with all those beautiful women.
Mike is looking for an Eiffel Tower, Mike, but I don't know if it's in Paris.
Hey,
I have no idea if it's in France.
To play with my wee-wee?
Oh, my God, bro.
Would you like to... my baguettes.
Yeah. Man, that'd be awesome though, man. Think about that. How cool would that be?
That'd be like that'd be a generational moment.
Hey man, but every time you get food over there, Mike, they serve it to you with wine, bro. I don't know if you're ready for that.
That's true. Remember that movie Euro Trip?
Yeah, of course.
With the guy with the camera.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He hooks up with the girl behind the camera store, the film store.
Yeah.
The Fox Photo.
the Froman's guide.
And the guys, and it's Dietrich Bonner, by the way, who's also Napoleon Dynamite, comes out and says, "Give me your wallet." He goes, "Take it." Just take it.
Yeah. They go to Amsterdam and they have a good time over there. So
they tried throwing the Paris game in my season ticket package, and I was like, "Whoa!" I'm already going. Chicos, the game's here. You want to go to Paris?
Yeah.
Swiss coming out and saying, "Oui, Jimenez."
Thanks for the $5 super chat, Drusho.
Drusho comes out and says, "Ice has the Bruise Brothers and the poster." With them, ice shades, skinny ties, black suits, and hats. Wemby has the Brick Brothers in overalls and trousers. Wow.
That's hilarious.
Hey, that should be a shirt we wear, the Brick Brothers.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, but I'm going to go ahead and say 80% chance. Fernandez, what's your percentage?
Ooh, honestly, maybe like 60 to 70, because, I mean, we want to go, man. It's just, man, it's, the
we is we?
We. Chicana fuerte. Chicana fuerte.
Wait, now, when I say, what are you doing, Mike?
No. Is it going to be the
we? The we is Chicana fuerte.
Yeah. The in Paris.
Mike's like, hey, do you guys want to get a room?
Yeah.
Mike's so mean.
Miss
Scusi, bro. Mike's all me and Fernandez. She's like, no, me and Rick.
No, because here's the thing. Okay, I'm going. Okay,
Steph don't have a mic.
You
should hear. You should hear her bashing Mike.
Yeah, Steph is bashing me right now, saying that I want to hook up with Fernandez, and that's the reason why I want to go to Paris. Is basically what she's saying. But here's the thing.
Facts are being represented.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want to have fun out there. I want to go get drunk.
Yeah.
Want to go get drunk.
I want to eat some snails.
I want to go like in Euro Trip to Club Vendor Sex.
Yeah. We got to find our man Theo out there, the French
reporter.
Oh,
man. Look at Rodrigo. He's making me laugh. He says, you better clear that up before Mike pops a pill. What do they call that? The blue chew mints?
Yeah. Why are they? Okay, first of all, let's talk about that for a second.
Let's talk about it for a second.
Okay. So so people would get pills, right?
Right. Here we go.
And now it's chews. Now, is it going to be a gummy now? Is that what we're doing? Does everything have to be in a gummy? Like I got vitamins the other day, and I thought to myself, why do I get gummy vitamins? I'm a grown ass man, dude.
The Flintstones?
Just swallow the pill, bro.
Just swallow the pill. Yeah, that's how we can survive anything, bro.
Dude, okay.
We can survive anything because of those Flintstones.
So I got this email the other day asking me if I want to sign up for the 50 and older singles
There we go.
dating site.
50
I'm like,
and older.
and then I got an AARP one.
Yeah.
And I'm there going, I'm like 3
AARP.
years away, bitches. I'm 3 years away.
They're gonna give you the URL to the AARP online dating.
Yeah.
Start your profile now.
The only thing that's 50 and older than me is the fact that I like having dinner at Luby's at 4.
Oh,
Okay.
give me that fried
Man.
fish and mac and cheese, boy.
A Luann platter.
Come on.
Oh my
Hey man,
goodness.
that
Slathered in
fish,
lemon.
bro. That fish is where it's
Come
at,
on,
man.
bro. Come on. Luby's underrated, boy.
Luann platter, man.
I'm
That
telling
Luann
you,
platter,
man.
bro. Luann platter.
So earlier this week, we were talking about the fact that now a 7th Hooters restaurant has closed. It was 6. Now it's 7. 7 Hooters restaurants in the state of Texas closed this week out of nowhere. Brandon, are you afraid that Hooters is going away?
Oh, listen, I look at Hooters as Filipowski's girlfriend. I think eventually there's gonna come a Twin Peaks where Filipowski goes, this just seems a little better, has a little better food. I think Hooters has almost fallen off with so many of the they were the introduction to this type of environment. Then you got Bombshells, then you got Twin Peaks, and then you got Ojos Locos.
Bombshells is garbage, bro.
Bombshells is garbage.
It's
My
garbage.
thing is, Hooters used to be good food.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the line, the wings stopped being great.
Yeah.
The food stopped being
like
great.
all jokes aside,
man.
the wings were good.
The wings were great.
Like no
Yeah.
talk,
Yeah.
no bullshit.
Hooters
The
has
wings
other
were
stuff that's good,
They
like-
were like bread, the breaded, right?
Yes.
Bread, like no, all jokes aside, the wings
The
were
wings
good.
are
Yeah,
great.
lemon
Like
pepper
real
wings
talk.
are still
Like,
good over there.
Yeah.
My Hooters right here on 151,
Isaiah,
and the nachos are good.
Isaiah, new name, reaches out to us on our YouTube stream saying the only Hooters in Lubbock's closed.
Damn.
But he goes, ain't missing much. Them Lubbock women busted.
Damn.
For our-
Shots
Damn,
fired to Lubbock.
bro.
We got 2 Lubbock.
Yo,
Lubbock
Hey.
How do you call it? Lubbock
slow
accents?
down.
Hey.
Lubbuckians.
Lubbuckians.
Steph's gonna clap back, bro. Go show him, Steph.
This is a
Take his mic. Take the mic.
But there is a reason why.
This is a
I
Lubbock
did
native, but
get
she's
out
San
of
Antonio
Lubbock
now.
because
so, yeah.
I mean, every time I go back to Lubbock, all eyes are just on me, and I'm like,
Hey, so maybe the women in Lubbock are busted. I don't know. The hot ones come to San Antonio.
"Hot ones do."
The hot ones leave Lubbock.
Hey,
and come
that
to San
should be a
Antonio.
name for a new restaurant that serves the hot wings, right? Looks
Yeah.
like the show.
Yeah,
Hot ones?
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, I love it.
Now you're building on it.
Nothing but 10s all over the place serving you, man.
Let's get that entertainment bump going,
There
man.
you go.
Let's
do
let's
this.
fire that sucker up, man.
That's right.
So George Strait, the San Antonio / Bernie legend,
Legend.
country music
legend.
superstar, is going to be inducted in the 2025 Hollywood Walk of
It's
Fame.
about damn time.
He wasn't there already?
Yeah, it's about damn time.
That is crazy that he's not there
That's
already.
crazy. There's people. I've been to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and like honestly, a lot of them I don't know who they are. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm walking and seeing these stars, and you don't recognize a lot of those names. So
Yeah.
for George Strait to just get there is kind of tragic.
What's your favorite George Strait song?
Ooh, man, Amarillo by Morning.
Oh, come on, baby.
Amarillo by
Yes,
Morning.
sir.
is mine,
That's
bro.
what I was gonna
And that's-
say.
I mean,
That's
there's a
the
lot of
jam,
great
dude.
ones, but I love
That's
that
the jam, boy.
When you're all pedo like at 2, 3 in the morning,
Oh,
play it, bro.
yeah.
Play it.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Baby's Gotten Good at Goodbyes.
Okay,
It's a good one.
I like that one. I like
And,
that one.
you can't go wrong with the chair, man. The
Oh,
chair
the
is
chair,
classic.
of course. The chair is
The
great.
chair, the
Chair's a
chair
good
is
choice.
classic, but I think
Yeah.
I think that the chair is one of those songs where it's like, bro, do I want to jump off 410 today? You're getting my feels.
And it's kind of short too.
It is
It's
short.
really short.
It is
You know,
short.
I listened to the chair and I'm like, damn, it's over already. You know, I think Amarillo by Morning.
Yeah, I like One Night at a Time.
You know, yeah.
The cowboy rides away.
Yeah.
One night at
You-
a time, Amarillo by morning.
You know what I like is you know that Scotty McCreery song.
Which one?
Where he talks about
Oh yeah,
damn straight.
yeah.
He's it's damn straight, right? He's
Mhm.
saying like how he loves George Strait music, but it reminds him of the girl that left him.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of cool because he a lot of his lyrics are George Strait songs.
Yeah.
They
he's-
are, yeah.
He's saying the songs like you know, he's like now I hate everything, and you know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really cool how he did that.
And to be honest with you, there's a lot of truth to that because my ex's favorite singer is George Strait. Every
Yeah.
time I hear a George Strait song,
Yeah.
I change that shit.
right, and no,
I
that's
love-
what, and that's what
I
he's
love-
saying.
I
Change
love-
that shit.
I-
He's saying
I
he's
love
like
George
I
Strait.
love you, but I gotta change it.
I love
Like,
George
yeah.
Strait. By the way,
The most underrated George Strait song.
Give me.
All my exes live in Texas.
Come on.
Oh man,
The
Come on,
best.
bro.
Also,
It's a good one.
Come on.
Chris Gonzalez said, "Carrying your love with me." Let me tell you, dude. I just went
That's a good
to
one too.
I went to a karaoke night with my cousins recently, and they just started playing random songs. We had like a karaoke room, and they played it. Throw me the mic. And I'm like, dude, I don't know this song. I don't know this song. And then as soon as the song started, I'm just like, well, I'm carrying you. It just jumped right into the moment.
It's all been injected into our veins.
It has been.
George Strait and Selena songs into our veins.
Absolutely.
Here's the class of 2025, according to the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Oh, nice.
Joining
George Strait.
George Strait, because it's beyond George Strait. They announced like 30 names.
Wow.
We're going to give a yay or nay, a thumbs up or thumbs down. Do they deserve it? John Carpenter,
Okay.
the director.
Sure.
Okay. Jessica Chastain.
Okay.
I love me a redhead.
Who is that?
Jessica Chastain. Bill Duke. Never heard of him.
Never heard of Bill Duke.
Robert
Blue Blood.
England.
Oh,
yeah. Freddy Krueger.
Freddy
How's he
Krueger.
not already on there?
Yeah, well deserved.
Like, how is he not already on there?
Emilio Estevez.
Oh, how is
Okay.
he not already
Yeah,
on there?
also a big
Come
name.
on.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about one that has ties to San Antonio?
Uh-oh.
Got cheated on here in San Antonio. Neil Long with the thong.
Oh,
Neil
my man.
Neil
This guy.
Long.
My man. If we had time, I'd pull up the picture of me and Emi Adoka, but we don't got to do all that.
You know what I call him? I call him Mancha.
Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda. Wow. Throwback
Hold
name.
on,
I
hold
thought
on.
those are very
Is there
famous
like,
names.
Is this like a...
My anaconda don't want that. Is it her name?
Is there like a criteria where they can't get a star until a certain time? 'Cause
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
How
How
do
does that
they
make
not
sense?
have-
I have no idea.
You know what I'm saying? How does Jane Fonda not already have a star?
Well,
Jane-
okay.
yeah, a lot of these people.
That's what I'm
They,
saying.
they're like
What's the
Robert
criteria
England.
of
It's like
this
that's
shit?
a legend.
Yeah.
Glenn Turman, don't know who that is.
Don't know.
Tony Voss, don't know who it is. In the category of television, that was, by the way, for movies.
Mhm.
Television, The Nanny, Fran Drescher,
Oh, she
Oh,
don't
is
have
getting
one.
a star.
Man.
That laugh,
That
though,
voice-
man.
That
The laugh
voice
kills
just
it.
like, ugh.
The hot MILF from the Gilmore Girls, Lauren Graham.
Damn, Mike.
Come on. Hey, one that was in the San Antonio area for the clips that we had, Bill Nye the Science Guy, who was in Fredericksburg.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
he don't have one, dude?
He's out there.
Damn.
Molly Shannon from SNL fame.
Okay.
Again,
Superstar.
I'm surprised that they don't have stars already.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
Somebody named Sherry Shepard, Courtney B. Vance, Chris Wallace. I'm assuming Chris Wallace, the journalist.
Okay.
How about this one? Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
From South Park.
South Park.
That's-
The
yeah,
South Park
again,
creators.
well deserved. Yeah.
Fuck this shit. I'm going home. Love that, man. In the recording category,
Here we go.
we have George Strait,
Yep. Who else is with him?
Fantasia.
Okay.
How about this one? You're gonna get excited about this one.
Fantasia.
You're gonna get excited about this one.
Let me get it.
Sing Personal Jesus.
Personal Jesus. You're talking
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode. That see again, Depeche Mode. How has that not from being such an '80s leader in music? How have they not had star already?
Didn't they just pass through San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
Just like a year ago.
I just can't get enough.
Hey, man, that's a good jam, bro.
I'm gonna give you a clue to the next one.
Okay.
Tin Roof. Rusted. Don't ever do that again. Yeah, I hit that note wrong. The B-52s, Love Shack.
Oh, Love Shack.
shit.
Yeah.
Roof.
Love
The
Shack.
hell?
B-52s. Was there any other hit though for the B-52s that have
They had a
star?
couple. I think they had like two.
like Love
Yeah,
Shack?
Love Shack's, I mean,
I got
Love
me
Shack's
a
a-
car. It seats about
Yeah.
20. So come on.
I think they had like two or three
money.
hits.
2 or 3?
That was it, dude.
Okay.
Busta Rhymes,
Oh hell yeah.
the Isley Brothers.
Oh boy, the
Okay.
Isley Brothers. Listen,
okay.
shout out to my daughter's birth. The Isley Brothers helped me
there
with
you
that
go.
one.
Green Day.
Green Day also.
Green Day, oh,
How
man.
they not had a
That's what I'm
star?
saying. How do they not have a star? Green
Yeah,
Day?
it's there.
A graduation
there,
song?
there has to be a.
There's a criteria.
criteria.
Like a cutoff. Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense,
Yeah,
Keith
that's-
Urban.
Okay.
dude.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about songs? Keith
Yeah.
Urban will
Oh,
put you in the
man.
feels.
Yeah.
How about this one? Prince.
Prince.
Please tell me Apollonia is going to be there.
Prince was not already in the.
He was not on the Hollywood Rock of Fame.
Okay, I would say this. Love Texas. Love George Strait. How is George Strait the leading person in the category and not Prince?
Yeah, that's kind of odd to me, actually.
Adam Carolla is going to be on there for radio, the
Okay,
comedian.
yeah, yeah.
He
Okay.
deserves a star, man.
And then in sports, they have two. One, an LA guy, Oral Hershiser.
Okay.
The other guy, I guess, an LA guy as well, but also a London guy, Bex, David Beckham.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, David Beckham for sure should get a star.
Yeah.
Very nice, very
Yes.
nice. This is these Alamo City Sportscast. We've talked about a lot today. One thing we need to get into is the Hawk Tua girl.
One before we get into that, though,
Yeah.
one thing that we do have to do here, because I promised that we would do this,
Oh,
is we got to go ahead and start getting into, showing the winner of the actual,
Oh yeah,
giveaway that we had, man. So let me get that go in as you start talking about your Hawk Tua girl, because right after that, we're going to announce the winner for the card.
I do want to establish that I was also in this run.
I put you in there?
Nah, and if I win it, I'm going to give it up to the highest bidder. Just out of respect. Out of respect.
So, are we giving that away?
Yeah,
now?
I'm saying go ahead and talk right after your Hawk Tua segment.
Okay, so according to TMZ.com, Hawk Tua, who, by the way, took the world by storm about a week ago or so. I'm so glad that we talked about it early, man. We spotted the trend from the get-go, Joe.
The Hawk Tua girl.
People are trying to trademark the phrase Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
And it's a big thing. It's gone viral. I mean, even the grandparents know about it because it got to Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Started on TikTok, went to
Grandparents know about it.
Instagram, went to Twitter, then eventually ended up in Facebook. And now you have old people asking their kids right now, what does Hawk Tua mean? And it's hard to describe it, right? But the question is that someone's going to trademark that phrase. It's the phrase of the year, for crying out loud. That being said, the one person who has not filed for the trademark is the person who said it. Are you surprised that that young lady, who, by the way, her name is Haley, has not done it?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it is surprising, but I don't know. Again, maybe she's just like, I don't know. I mean, she probably, again, obviously she didn't know it was gonna go viral, right?
Yeah.
She just said it. She's probably said it a million times. You know what's funny about this? She's probably says this all the time. Like she says this with her friends and her family, and no one cares.
And her family,
at drinking parties or whatever. And she says this, and then like now she said it and it went viral. I mean, it's kind of crappy that somebody that didn't have anything to do with it is trying to trademark it.
That is.
But that again, we live in America,
But
so that's what people do. But like if she should capitalize it on it, I guess. But I'm kind of over this Hawk Tua thing. To be honest.
I mean,
I really am. Like, I know we talked about it early, which was great, but it's like, okay, man,
it's already run its course.
The thing about it is like this happens every year.
Yeah.
Right.
Something happens that
15 minutes of
captures
fame.
everybody's imagination for a week or two or however, and it stays in like meme lore.
Yeah.
Like, it will always be a thing. But it's
This might be the year. I think it's gonna last at least 3 months or so.
Well, the thing about it is like, what about Halloween? Are we gonna have like Tua jerseys with the Dolphins with like a hawk mask?
Dude, they're gonna do something for that NFL.
Like, someone's gonna do that. Someone's gonna do a Halloween costume.
This is the summer of Hawk Tua.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the summer of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us.
Yeah.
That is what it is, right?
Sure.
But
Kendrick.
TMZ is coming out saying that the girl named Haley Welch, that it is possible that she's part of the trademark applications under an alias.
She probably is.
Or,
she has to be.
Or under an LLC. That she did make some money. She's been signing some merch.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. For her to be out there signing merch, she has to be. Here's the thing. These things happen, and like lawyers start reaching out to people. Like someone's talking to her.
Someone
like,
has to.
This is 2024, man. Like I'm telling you, within like as soon as that thing popped off, she was getting reached out to like lawyers and companies.
I will
and
say
agents,
this:
managers, like they want to represent her. Like she's getting something.
The girl who flashed from the Edmonton Oilers, she's a playboy. I mean, she got her bag too. Like these moments that we make popular.
Yeah.
You got to capitalize. The thing is, how do you don't know what you don't know.
Looking for topics, I had to research that one on my own.
Sure.
And there she is on screen, Mike.
There she is. Now the signing that she did that one afternoon where she popped up and was signing autographs, they sold $65,000 worth of merch that day. Hats and whatnot. Now, according to Rolling Stone magazine and according to TMZ, the companies that want to file for this include lubricant sexual lubricant companies.
Absolutely.
Please,
look
companies.
That is what Hawk Tua is.
Look at Sith, dude. Sith needs to be reprimanded for this comment, dog. Look at Sith.
I can't see it.
Says, I want a meet and greet.
By the way,
I'm sure that's
awesome. That's awesome. There's also a chewing tobacco company.
Oh, Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua chewing tobacco. That makes sense. Body products, sexual stimulants, oral care. I guess. I'm talking about.
God,
there we go.
Hair and body products, lube, athletic wear. Can you imagine? Just because back
got a new subscriber.
Back in the day, girls would walk around with that on their ass. It would say juicy, or it would say pink, or it would say pink.
Yeah.
Why can't it just say just Hawk?
Yeah.
Or just a Tua.
Yeah.
Like the tramp stamp from back in the day.
Oh, I know. What did Vince Vaughn say in that movie? May as well be a Target.
What is that? Wedding Crash?
Wedding Crashes.
Wedding
This is
Crashes,
great.
bro. All right, man. So let's get into it, dude. Let's go ahead and get this wheel is spinning, man. So I went ahead and made a little graphic. I put Wembeyaso in the middle of the damn spinning wheel. I know Brandon's name is in there too. You can see that.
Dude, listen.
Hey,
I want to give back to
if
the
he
people.
wins,
Let
bro,
the people.
If he wins, this is Bronny James.
Like, yeah, this is
style,
this
bro.
is Bronny
We
James
got
style.
some nepotism going on here, bro. Like,
If he wins, we'll spin again.
yeah, if he wins, we're gonna call him Big Papi Bronny,
Yeah,
bro. Like.
All right. There we go, man. So here we go. This is going to determine the winner of the actual Wembeyaso Rookie of the Year card. So here we go, man.
There we go.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Oh,
Oh, Leopard. Oh, that's our guy.
yeah.
That's a Dak Mitchell's guy.
That's our winner,
yeah,
man.
That's our man right there.
Nice.
Shout
So-
out to Lambert Bryant 7.
Yeah,
Good
shout
dude,
out.
man. He's a really solid dude, man. He performs and he records music.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. He's Dak Mitchell's guy.
you know what? I went ahead and put the people who picked correctly, and also two that actually said they got the pick down pat, dude.
Yeah.
They said the Spurs are going to draft at number 4 Castle, going to trade away the 8th pick.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
we were like a click away from who's the next one? I can't read it. Mike.
I
Who's
can't
the
quite
orange
see
right,
that.
right next to that would have won. I just want to say, like, hey, you almost won, but you didn't.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
hey,
Yeah.
I think it was
like I just want you to know.
Pop secret weapon.
It's on the line.
Yeah. What is it?
Damn.
Pop secret weapon.
Just
Yeah.
lo- we just lost a subscriber.
One more
right
click.
now.
One more
Ah.
and you would have had it.
This is
Nobody
like,
lost before you.
Yeah.
You were the first loser. I just saying.
that's like Wheel of Fortune. You know when not Wheel of
Yeah,
Fortune,
yeah,
yeah.
the big wheel,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
right,
Well, yeah.
where you try to get it, and it's just
And
like
it like click and it click. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
congratulations to our winner. We'll be
Nice,
reaching
man.
out to you
All right,
via
good
DM.
stuff. buddy.
Lambert Bryant 7. Shout out, man. Good dude.
Shout
We
out,
also
bro.
got Mike's rookie card from Holmes High School as well.
Oh man,
Oh.
Imagine
We're looking for
one,
that.
man. Yeah, that would be.
It's
cool.
on cardboard, but it's it's mint condition.
Oh,
man.
God. So we're actually going to go ahead.
okay. Can you go to Instagram real fast on his Instagram page?
Uh-oh.
Who's Instagram?
Just go to Instagram.com. It'll go to his name. It'll go to Joe's profile.
Lambert's. Oh, to mine.
Joe's.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you trying to show me the Chevy?
Look up Camino Real Chevy girls. We do this every
Oh.
day.
Is he getting
God.
We
a
have to-
cut
we-
from this?
we have-
Again.
I do want to put a stop on that.
we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
We need to talk about Bam.
We do
Enough
need
of
to
the
talk about Bam.
Camino
He's from
Real
San Antonio.
women. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. I'd fuck all 3 of them.
Sheesh.
Hey.
I'd watch.
And
I'd
now-
watch.
And now let's talk about Bam because we've done enough of like
But
the
we
whole
got-
sports and
but-
entertainment,
but-
but like
but
we
we-
need to do more on sports. Like
but-
this is Bam. Like this is a good big
Oh,
thing.
but we're gonna end in sports. We're gonna end in sports. We just want to give Brandon a taste.
He said we got to do it for the people.
He just wants to show him. He wants to show
Let's
him.
just show them real fast.
For research purposes.
Yeah, real fast because
For science purposes.
it's a great question of who is the hottest of the 3, because you've got the thin girl named Jessica.
Yeah.
You got the
Oh, you know their names. This is like a personal connection.
I follow
He
all
just
3.
he doesn't know. He doesn't
Yeah,
even know the name of the
the
Yeah,
the thickies,
yeah.
the thickies
sticky.
Anna.
He says sticky. That's what he calls one.
Thickies Anna.
But, yo, my boy Rodrigo, listen,
And
the
then-
Lubbock slander needs to stop. Listen,
Oh, bro.
They're killing us.
Oh my God.
They're killing us
The
right now.
Camino Real girls are
Rodrigo's
definitely
going
not from
in. I
Lubbock.
love it.
Do we have that up?
That's funny. That's funny.
Let's see. Let's see this.
That's great.
This is for Brandon's sake here. So
Okay, let's see.
go ahead and play one of those. Let's see here.
Go ahead and play one of those. Just pick anyone.
Yeah, pick a video.
Surprise me. Yeah.
We'll just scroll through
I'll
this.
name the title if you just play any one of us.
I can tell you how many likes and comments I got.
Mike's favorite one.
Let's play it. Here we
Okay,
go.
so let's see here. So you got the 3 girls. Oh, this one says, you better not be out looking at the Camino Real girls.
Right.
And this guy's like having to put this away.
Like Chalino. This is hilarious.
All right, that's a dude. Let's go ahead and go to the next one.
right.
Yeah, you need a
That's a
you-
dude.
You
This
need
guy.
a.
You said it.
That's
Pick
in the
one.
right button.
Yeah,
That's in the
yeah,
right
yeah.
button.
You better not be getting Rick in trouble,
keep
bro.
Going, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. One more time.
It's a nice truck.
It
One-
is.
one more
I
time.
like that Corvette.
I don't understand the football one. That must be an NIL deal. Okay, so this is Thicky.
Thicky.
This
Is that what you
is
just said?
this is Anna.
This is Anna.
This is
her go way back?
She's
Yeah.
the Thicky. She's a pretty face.
Okay.
This is the cute little one, Jessica, who, by the way, advertises for a company here in San Antonio too.
Oh,
by
really?
The way. She's also in music videos and whatnot. She's the cute one that goes around, and then we have Sophie, who's the tall one, and Sophie is the one that goes out, and she's also an interpreter for Mexican boxers.
Nice.
So you see what I was doing as I was setting this up.
He was trying to do a
it's
segment.
all
You're all looking at the girls, man, and I'm looking at all the edits that these people
Me
are doing.
too.
Their social media team's really good, man.
So if we were to say Thicky's my choice for right now, dude.
Sure.
Yeah, man, and I'm not just saying this because Steph's here.
No,
I'm
no,
really
don't
not.
get
I'm really
my boy in
not.
trouble,
I will say
bro.
this-
No, I'm really not. Like, no, these girls are pretty and they're beautiful, but like, why are we acting like this is like something we've never seen before? Like,
That's what
this
I
is
was
like
gonna say.
unheard of, man.
Because
you could go anywhere and see girls that look like this.
I guess
You
just
could
not
go
Lubbock.
anywhere
Just
and see
not Lubbock,
girls.
I guess,
You could
as
go
well.
anywhere and see girls that look like this.
Because they're
I'm not trying to
talented.
I'm not being a hater or anything like that. And I'm not saying this just because Steph's in here, but like those
He
girls
is.
are pretty. They're beautiful.
he
I got
is.
it. But like,
if we were at
we're
Twin
acting
Peaks,
like this
if
is
we
like
were at Twin
some
Peaks
like
without
unheard
Steph,
of thing that we've never
if
seen.
we
these
were at
girls
Twin
before.
Peaks without Steph, you'd have a completely different
Oh,
spin on this.
No, those
no,
girls at
bro.
Twin Peaks are busted, man. Like, a lot of them are busted, man. Like, no,
You
I'm
also
just saying,
can't
like,
talk to him
we're-
without
we're-
getting into a Filipowski
we're-
situation.
yeah, like we do live in like a simp society where we like overhype some of these women.
Yeah.
We really do. We
I also feel-
overhype some of these women. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
I also feel like Mike is in a room for the first time with a woman who is extremely, and I mean extremely comfortable and confident. in who I am. Hey, we went to Atlanta, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go to a strip club.
We did go to Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Okay, have fun, man.
There's a difference between Lubbock.
We went to my birthday in Atlanta.
There you
There's a
go.
difference between Lubbock and the Lubbock strip clubs and Atlanta strip clubs are two different things.
Sure,
I
I'm
mean,
sure, yeah.
Why are we still talking about Lubbock because I'm from Lubbock?
No, because both of you are from Lubbock, so it's more of a twofer.
I mean,
It's more of a twofer.
I was in Lubbock for 4 years, and I was busting them all up. Well, let me tell you that. That's why they
Okay, so
busted.
you guys want to talk boxing? What's going on this weekend?
Big fight, man, with
Oh,
San Antonio's
man.
own Bam Estrada, bro.
Where's it at?
The man.
Phoenix, man. This is a big fight. Like
Massive.
real talk, no bullshit. This is a big fight. Okay, you got Bam Rodriguez from San Antonio, one of our own, against Juan Francisco Estrada, who's he's a legend in the sport. You know, he's up in age though. This is a classic possible passing a torch of a young 24-year-old Bam Rodriguez, 19-0, 12 knockouts against a well-established world champion Francisco Estrada, El Gallo, 44-0 or 44-3 with 28 knockouts. 115 pounds. Here's the thing. A lot of people don't get excited about guys that fight at 115, 112.
Right.
They're
That's
small.
tiny,
you know,
dude.
yeah, Americans love
throwing
the
hands,
heavyweights,
man.
right? We love the Tysons.
Sure.
We love them heavyweights, but I'm telling you, this is must see TV.
This is where it's at, dude.
These little dudes throw down, and like I said, Bam is one of us. He's puro. He's from San Antonio.
What is their weight
You know what I'm
division? The super flyweights?
115 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
They're throwing
115
hands,
pounds.
bro.
So
They're
How tall,
flying.
how tall are these guys?
these guys are like 5'1", 5'2",
5'3".
Wow.
Yeah, these guys are small.
They'll F you
But I'm
up,
telling
Mike.
you, don't
Don't start
don't
talking
get it
trash,
twisted.
man.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. These guys throw down, and this is going to be a great fight. It's the thing about Estrada is he is a classic boxer puncher. He's he establishes the jab. He's going to do his thing, but he's up in age. He's 34. He's been out of the ring for 18 months, which that's a red
That's a
flag.
long
That's a
time.
long time to be out of the ring. 18 months at 34 years old. And Bam is just the neophyte, super young southpaw coming in and just wrecking things, man. He's beating guys like Carlos
He's a dog, man. He could take a punch, bro.
Song. And his last fight against Sonny Edwards. I mean, Sonny Edwards was a 50-50 fight. The dude is young from England. It was a war, and Bam stopped him. So this is a great fight, man. It's out in Phoenix. Estrada's gonna have a lot of fans there. He's from Sonora, Mexico, and I think Phoenix is gonna be packed with fans from Mexico. And Estrada is like the old champion warhorse, and his 3 losses, he's avenged them all. So he has 3 losses on his record, but he's avenged them all.
And in 3 losses, 47 fights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And one of those was against Chocolatito Gonzalez, who's a pound for pound great, who's actually sparring with Bam to get him ready for this fight. So one of Estrada's biggest rivals was Chocolatito Gonzalez, who they fought 3 times, and Estrada won twice. He's sparring with Bam to get ready for this fight, which is pretty interesting.
It's
It's
great
gonna be
way.
a good fight, man. It's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be
This
classic,
is a good fight.
young up and comer against the old warhorse champion to see if does the old guy have one more in him, or is the young guy, is
I
it
like the way
his
you
time?
put
Up and coming.
I like the way you said a passing of the torch.
It is a passing. of the
This is
torch
a
for
great
him.
fight because it's a good opportunity for Bam
Yeah.
to showcase his evolution as a fighter,
Yes.
to find out where he's at, how much
Absolutely.
he's learned. You know,
Yeah.
And if he can make a name for himself by dispatching Estrada,
Oh,
and I'm
man.
not saying he's going to be an easy fight,
Oh no.
but
Yeah.
if he can come out as the victor, he's just making a bigger name for himself, man.
And this
bigger opportunity.
This harkens back to, in the 90s, there was guys like Michael Carbajal, Chiquita Gonzalez. Those were like small 112, 118 pound fighters who went to war. One of the best fighters is Ricardo Finito Lopez, who fought at 105, 108. And like I said, it's hard to market these guys in America because a lot of American fight fans don't like those small guys. So they go to Thailand, they go to Japan, they cut their teeth overseas, right? We had a guy out of DC, Mark Too Sharp Johnson in the 90s, who was a really, really good American 112 pounder. But this reminds me of those days, right? This fight is going to be a throwback fight. I'm telling you, man, these guys are going to throw down. It's on DAZN, a free DAZN, no pay-per-view, out of Phoenix this Saturday. The undercard is filled with kind of like young up-and-comers from Phoenix. But it's going to be good. It's going to be a good card. I'm telling you, man, don't miss it. If you're a fight fan, do not miss. And again, Bam's from San Antonio. Yeah. He's fucking puro. He comes 8-Ball Coffee. We go to 8-Ball Coffee every morning. They got the Bam trunks hanging on the wall. We were there this morning. They were talking about they're going to go out to Phoenix to watch the fight, the owners of 8-Ball Coffee. So he's puro. He
lives here, man. He lives here. This is his home. San Antonio is his home. He's not, hey, I was born in San Antonio, but I live in Cali or live somewhere else. Yeah. He lives here.
No,
dude.
he lives here.
He's one of us, man.
He's puro. He's from San Antonio.
And how can we watch the fight?
DAZN.
Okay, very cool.
Yep, DAZN.
Hey, the draft grades are in. CBS Sports just released this a couple of minutes ago. They gave the Spurs an A+ during the draft.
Oh, wow. No, bro.
Saying Stephon Castle at 4, Juan Nunez at 36, and Harrison Ingram at 48.
I think Harrison Ingram's going to surprise me.
I think so too.
Like he's going to
talented.
get some minutes. Like he's going to play in Austin, but come the end of the year, we're going to see him.
That might be a road trip we might have to take to go and check these guys out, man.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah. Facts. Okay, so it says, according to CBS Sports, and I'm quoting them, it says, there may not have been a better prospect team pairing than Castle and the Spurs. That's what I thought until Thursday when they added Nunez and Ingram to the second round. The front office says stays true to its values. Castle is a defensive stalwart in the backcourt.
Yep.
Nunez adds immense feel and playmaking. And Ingram is a do-it-all forward who brings shooting, toughness, and a winning spirit. I'd be thrilled right now if I was a Spurs fan. That's according to CBS Sports. And no, they did not give A+ to everybody.
That's an impartial.
That's an impartial. Castle's name just right now. They said Castle finally hit me, man. I got the perfect shirt design for him. I want to put Castle sitting on that Game of Thrones throne, dude, with all those swords. That'd be tight, bro.
Yeah,
make it happen.
Yeah, the new nickname's gonna be Malibu, right?
The Malibu Castle. Yeah.
Malibu
hey, that
Castle.
could be another flight.
I love.
That's another fly shirt right there, bro.
There's a lot of puns with Castle, right? Knights.
Put Castle in front of Malibu. Malibu.
Yeah.
Castle. I like it.
Castle
because Malibu doesn't exist anymore. We could take their old logo.
Yeah. You just put Malibu and then you just have him right there, and people be like, "Hey, I like that shirt."
I like the Poodle shirts, dude. The knockoffs.
I like that. Rick would wear that one.
This is the 2-0.
Yeah.
This is Bear County.
Yep.
Shout out Bear County, man.
Shout out to Bear County.
Now you can also rep Alamo City Sportscast as well. I got my shirts yesterday, so let's go ahead and show those.
Yes, Steph, you can bring it up.
Our guy Mario Cavazos were rocking it.
Rocking it.
I'll put it in the one. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now.
He's the first one that got it.
Yeah, he showed up, bro. I was like, why'd you get yours so quick?
Mine's in the mail. It says it's gonna get in July 3rd. So I'm going to Vegas on July 4th.
Here, I just shared it in the YouTube chat right now.
From
so
the Chevy girls, what is it?
The Camino Real Chevy girls.
Shipping from Camino
Real. You know what? You know what's so funny is that I haven't reached out to them yet, but I bet you I can get one on. I'm going to put myself on 3-1 odds that I can.
Well, I mean, you
check it
out
out
so much. I'm surprised you haven't reached out to them.
There's the shirts right there. I just shared the link with you guys in the chat. So if you all want to go ahead and get a Alamo City Sportscast shirt.
Now there's a Generation 1 and Generation 2 on this one.
Yeah, the Generation 1 is the logo that you're seeing right now on the top of the screen. That's the first one. This is the revised logo here. That's the one that Mario Cavazos was wearing.
Yeah.
And we have a lot more stuff in the merch shop right now.
Yeah, Cavazos was like, "Yeah, I paid the extra $2 for the because it's got to be better, right?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I think so." It looks good. And he was like, "Man, it's a good looking shirt." I was like, "Well, it's because you're in shape." Okay.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's the Alamo City Sportscast, but to him, it's like
there's the Gen 1, the Gen 1 logo. I still like that one.
Classic, like
it's a classic, dude. The other one just has a little bit more pizzazz to it.
Now,
can we better on the
shirt? Can we get a polo? Can we get this in a polo?
You can get it embroidered, I believe. So I can just take the design and we can take it to an embroidery shop here, local, and we can have him make us a couple shirts.
Yeah, you just
That'd
gotta
be
buy the
amazing.
polo and then get it embroidered.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell
I didn't give
yeah.
me my big boy shirt. I gotta lose some weight. Bro.
Are we gonna get?
I've been trying to
tumblers?
eat better. Hey man, for real talk, I've been trying to eat better all this week. I've been my kids have put me on salads, bro. So
Dang.
I'm eating a lot of greens, a little bit of protein. They got me going for walks and everything, man.
It's easy to eat good. It's hard to drink good. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That's
man,
it.
that's the
Yeah,
problem, bro.
facts,
Because
yeah.
Saturday, the diet's busted, bro.
That's right. When you're watching Bam, you're gonna go, that's
Oh,
one, that's two.
there you
Oh, it's a
go.
24 pack gone like that.
Bro,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
with all the liquor I have in here, no,
Yeah.
dude.
Sith is coming out saying that Bear County Social Apparel has already
They
dropped
do.
the Castle
Nice.
shirt.
And it's a fire shirt. It is
Nice.
dope.
I gotta look. I gotta look
Nice.
it up.
It has the church glass background, very old school, cool looking shirt. I
Yeah,
like
but
it.
I want that
County-
Game of
Bear
Thrones
County
one that I
does a good
said right
job,
now,
man.
dude.
He does
I'm gonna
an
do
amazing
one.
job.
I was rocking the Bear County shorts to the draft
Oh,
party.
I
was
saw
rocking
that.
those,
They were always
yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nothing but love for all the content creators, especially like Dak.
Yeah. I
doing
got
his
the Dak
thing,
shorts
man.
on right now.
Dak
These
is
are
great
Dak
at what he
shorts.
does. You know,
Yep.
you have Bear County Social, great at what he does, and then you
Yeah.
have a handful of other people that create,
Yeah.
different types of shirts and
Joe
stuff
Garcia,
as well.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do my little thing here too. So it's all good.
All right, so the Olympics are coming up. Gotta ask the question to Brandon here.
Okay.
It's Team USA versus France.
Basketball specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
France is up by 1 for the gold medal.
Oh,
USA is going up for a shot to win it all. Wemby's there to block it.
yeah.
Do you want the shot to go in and Team USA to win, or do you want Wemby to get the gold?
Oh, I'm for sure going for the United States to win. Now, listen, these colors don't run in this blood. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is,
That's exactly what I said.
as much as I'm a Spurs fan,
Yeah.
as much as growing up watching Manu Ginobili go and win a gold was awesome, it wasn't at the expense of feeling like, man, this is our sport. Like, what are we doing? The same thing. I don't know if you guys saw Japan beat United States in football.
football.
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not
I
allowed
see
to
that.
That
happen.
was a
Yeah.
blowout win
It's
too,
not
man.
allowed to happen when you have the premier athletes, the premier players. It's the same thing if the United States goes to the World Cup and they beat Brazil, Germany, or Spain. We're going to be celebrating. Do you think they're going to go, oh, thank God the one player that's a United States player on our team got to,
Yeah.
beat it? No, of course not. You want your country to succeed
Absolutely.
because it just makes your sport that much more official and
I'm-
makes your players that much more official.
I'm going to call crap on that, dude.
Absolutely.
The Spurs fan in you will jump up and celebrate if Wemby gets that blocked. Now, here's the thing. If it's Bam Adebayo shooting it, fine. They can make it go in. Devin Booker, fuck him. No. Steph Curry, hell no. Anthony Davis, no, man. I can't cheer for a guy with a unibrow. Kevin Durant, no, I'm not cheering for. Anthony Edwards, maybe.
Love it.
Joel Embiid,
Yeah.
no.
Here's-
Tyrese Halliburton, dude, I'm like the shot was going to go in to begin with, right? Drew Holiday, okay, I'll cheer for that one. LeBron James, screw you. I want LeBron James
What
to
about
not only have his shot blocked, I want that block so hard that it hits him in the forehead and FIBA is inscribed in his head for the rest of his life.
What if Bronny hits the
If it's
shot?
Kawhi Leonard,
What if we
Kawhi-
get
if
why
it's
don't we
Kawhi
why don't we
Leonard.
just get Bronny on the USA team, and get him?
Now, if
to get
Kawhi
that-
Leonard gets his shot blocked, that's a different story. Now we're talking about this is poetry in motion.
you know what, and I might upset people.
what
with
song
this.
was that? Poetry in Motion.
I might upset people with this, but like I love Wemby and we love the players, but like I'm a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, like if I'm not a Wemby fan, I mean,
Sure.
I am. You know what I'm
I get what you're saying,
I'm
yeah.
a Spurs fan. Like so to like that's like saying like if Wemby leaves the team, am I gonna like follow Wemby to like the Lakers or the Knicks or
But he's
obviously
with-
God
he's-
forbid he doesn't leave.
He's with
I'm
us
just
now.
saying-
He's with us now,
I
though.
understand that, but what I'm saying is like that's me. That's just
Yeah, I wasn't
And-
watching the
and I'm
Magic when
saying-
Jonathan Simmons
yeah,
left.
yeah. I'm just saying that's me. Like I'm a Spurs
Jesus.
fan, so like I'm not gonna. I mean,
I wasn't watching the Bucks
I'm
when
not-
Gary
I mean,
Neal was throwing up
There's
shots.
some people that are player fans that will
Yeah.
like follow like Durant and LeBron,
LeBron,
to whatever
yeah.
team they go to.
But we're making the assumption that Wemby's going to be here forever.
No,
right?
I know that. I'm using Wemby as an example, but we could say like Zach Collins, right?
Yeah.
For instance, like if Zach Collins,
I'm not
leaves,
even
I'm
fucking fan of Zach Collins right now.
I know,
It's-
I know. No,
it's-
I'm just
no,
trying
no,
to say
no,
that
no.
I am. This is what I'm saying is I'm a fan of the Spurs and who they have.
Sure.
Okay.
If like you said, when Gary Neal left, I didn't like, and I know this is probably gonna like the whole Derek White people like celebrating like if he was he's a Spur. Like I'm sorry, that ain't me. Like
No, me
hey, I'm
neither.
happy for him. That's cool. Like I'm not hating on the guy,
Yeah.
but like I'm not gonna sit here and act like Derek White won one for San Antonio. Like no, he won one for Boston. Like yeah, he won for Boston. Good for him. Like
Yeah.
that's great. But like I'm not gonna act like vicariously some way somehow this is like a win for San Antonio. I don't know. That's just
I
me.
know where my loyalty lies because I've experienced it back. I believe it was 2004. Argentina, Manu Ginobili. What wasn't cheering for Team USA. Screw that. I was cheering for Manu. Manu's my guy. He represents San Antonio. He's from San Antonio. He plays for the Spurs. That is my guy. Cool. And I did not cheer for LeBron. I did not cheer for Carmelo or any of the other scrubs. Tim Duncan.
So you didn't cheer for America?
No, I cheered for Manu because cheering for Manu is cheering for San Antonio.
Talking to a veteran.
That's cool.
Going, I don't want to cheer.
That's fine. That's your opinion.
Imagine talking to a veteran.
But again, for me, I'm gonna represent USA. I'm gonna cheer for our USA team. I've never been to Argentina. I'm not from Argentina. I'm not gonna wear Argentina stuff. I'm not gonna act like I'm brand new just because Manu plays for Argentina. That's me.
I'm the guy standing up in my living room singing the national anthem.
Dude, we live in a city, by the way, where if there's a soccer match between Team USA and the Mexican national team in the Alamo Dome, the crowd's cheering for Mexico.
Probably.
True or false, Brandon?
Probably right.
I think you're right.
I'm not going to be, but probably, yeah.
Dude, if it's Kawhi Leonard going for the last shot, game-winning shot over Wemby, no, man, I'm not going, oh my God, Kawhi Leonard won and USA. No, I'd be like, fuck Kawhi, dude.
I mean, if you want to talk about fuck Kawhi, just look at my pin tweet, man. You already know that.
I'll tell you what, dog. Kawhi is the toxic ex that's just never going. We're just never going to stop talking about her sometimes.
Tim Gonzalez said, wait, Mike said he didn't trust Wemby a while.
I don't trust any athlete when they talk to reporters, dude.
Mike don't trust nobody,
that includes Wemby. That includes
so real quick, let's
I understood what you meant when you said that, because what else are you going to say? But that's just like, here's the thing, though. It goes both ways. People say like, "Oh, well, Brian Wright said this, that, and the third," and you're bashing him. Well, what else is he gonna say?
Morvey says, "Team France, I can't root for Lacroix James."
No.
And then it's kind of like the movie Top Secret. Vive la France!
Vive la France!
The Resistance.
One thing we're gonna do too is we're gonna give a shout out to Bear County because Sith was saying that he tagged us all on the X post that he put out, and there's the shirt that we're talking about, the castle shirt, man.
I like the SC on the top left has a castle, and that's fire.
I like that.
That is nice. Looks like I know what I'm buying this afternoon.
I'm telling you.
There you go, man.
Aside from buying a new vehicle over at the
that would be me. I actually am going to buy a vehicle for my daughter today, so I got to go. After the show, we're going to go.
Where are you going?
All over town.
Mike with you.
Okay,
taking my daughter.
Go see my guy, Mike Buffenbarger, Red McCombs Toyota.
Oh, yeah. It's on our list.
I have bought 7 cars from him over my lifetime. I'm a Toyota guy, dude.
Yeah, and me too. I just want to purchase one of my other vehicles that we have, the Toyota. I got it from Red McCombs Toyota, but this other one that I got, that one's mine. I got that not from here.
We're at 954 subscribers
954, and we're an hour and 30 minutes, and we're talking UFC.
I think so. We're talking UFC.
UFC 303 is coming up this week too, and we have a lot of fights that have been canceled with that 303 fight. One of the headliners, man, you had McGregor, dude, was supposed to come back and make his reappearance after a long hiatus. He got injured. He showed the pinky toe, all banged up, bro. After he got called out.
I'll tell you what. If you're a McGregor fan, if you're a fight fan, it's unfortunate, but you got such a better fight in the fight we got with Alex Pereira and Yuri Prochazka. This is a absolute monstrosity of a match. These two dudes, light heavyweight. Pereira is a dominant dude when it comes to kickboxing. Prochazka, same thing. They've had their fight before. The line is minus 155 for Pereira, plus 130 for Prochazka. I think this is going to be a super tight one. Vegas thinks it's a tight one.
It is, man. It's going to be a good one.
McGregor, it's celebrating what he's done for the sport
rather than celebrating
the fighter himself.
He needs to stay gone already, dude. He's already old.
It's a money grab, and everybody knows it. But I still would have loved to see McGregor fight. Sure, why wouldn't you? Right? We're all going to tune in to see Mike Tyson fight, and it's been years and years and years. There's certain players who pop culturally. We want to watch fight. Want to watch go.
One of the players one of the fighters that's always interesting to me is Ortega.
Brian Ortega is the man. He's fighting Diego Lopez. That one, Brian Ortega is plus 120 in that fight. I think that's
16-3-0, bro. That's his record.
That's an opportunity. If you want to make money, $100 makes 220. I think that's a great opportunity there. You got Anthony Smith on the card. You got on the absolute, I'm talking about early prelims. You got Andrei Arlovsky, who's a legend in the UFC. So this is going to be a deep card.
Man, the preliminary fights that they get down, dude.
You got Cub Swanson in that preliminary fight. You got featherweights, bantamweights, the small dudes who Mike was like, I could beat up any day.
No, man, no.
That's what I heard.
You don't want that smoke, Mike.
The smart dudes are gonna be going at it, and
Those guys throw down.
it's
Those
gonna
guys
be
throw down.
it's gonna be big time. So I think you have this. If you have 2 TVs, you need to make sure you get banned
Hey,
in the UFC.
That's
fight on.
exactly
There you
what
go.
we're going to be doing on Saturday.
That's what's good about Joe's setup. Joe's
Yeah,
got
dude,
we watch everything,
like 5
bro.
TVs in here.
Yeah,
you know?
Joe-
So
Yeah. When we're here on game night, dude,
Yeah.
fight night, we watching everything.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, Joe can watch
Everything.
UFC, boxing, Camino Real.
We're
You can
watching
watch
SAFC. I mean, we're watching
Yeah, you
everything.
can
Camino
watch it
Real,
all.
You can
no
watch it
mames,
all,
dude.
bro.
And
Yeah.
you know what else we do here? We do fantasy.
Oh,
Fantasy football. Want to get your reaction to this real quick, Brandon?
give it to me, brother.
ESPN released its top 100
Okay,
fantasy football players for PPR leagues.
gotcha.
When it comes to running backs, number 1, who would you say?
Christian McCaffrey.
Most definitely. Number 2 might be a bit of a surprise. Who you got?
Ooh, number 2. This is PPR, so it's not Derrick Henry.
What year is it if you're thinking Derrick Henry?
Well, only because of the fact that you got Baltimore. But man, I don't know who would it be because I know Joe Mixon's getting a lot of love early on too with Houston.
Brees Hall.
Wow, after the knee injury,
Yeah, they have him listed as the number 2 running back for PPR leagues.
that's a little too sweet for my taste.
Number 3 receiver, running back rather, Bijan Robinson.
That's fair.
Saquon Barkley at 4,
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor at 5, Kyron Williams,
Wow.
Rams at 6, Jahmyr Gibbs at 7, Isaiah Pacheco at 8, Travis Etienne at 9, and 10, Alvin Kamara. He's still in the league?
Yeah, he plays for your team.
Yeah, it's your guy.
Now, when it comes to wide receivers, the top 10 wide receivers, according to Fantasy Football's ESPN.com, CeeDee Lamb at number 1. Cowboys have yet to lock him
Wow.
down. Number 1 wide receiver, followed by
Wow.
Tyreek Hill,
Sheesh.
Jamar Chase at 3, Justin Jefferson at 4, Amon-Ra St. Brown at 5.
Wait. Run that back. It is CeeDee Lamb,
In a PPR league,
CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase,
Jamar Chase.
and then who was third?
I'm sorry, number 2 was Tyreek Hill, actually.
Okay, Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase is 3, Justin Jefferson 4,
Wow.
Amon-Ra St. Brown 5, Puka Nacua 6,
Oh, my boy.
AJ
Puka.
Brown 7, Garrett Wilson 8,
Okay.
and at number 9 we've got Devontae Adams, and then we've
Yeah.
got Marvin Harrison Jr., rookie,
Holy shit. Number 10.
coming up at
Good God.
number 10.
I remember his pops.
Yeah,
I
dude.
remember his pops.
They're thinking this boy's going to be Julio Jones, I guess.
Exactly.
Year 1.
Now on it doesn't matter if it's PPR or not when it comes to quarterbacks, but just the rankings of them. Who do you have as the number 1 ranked quarterback?
I'm sure it's Mahomes, Allen, and then I would assume you start getting into the CJ Stroud conversation.
Don't
at 3
put
or
Zed
4.
Dak in that conversation.
Mahomes
anyway,
is 4.
Wow. Okay, so number 1.
Mahomes is not an elite quarterback when it comes to fantasy. He's an elite quarterback when it comes
to real
actual
life.
Real
Yeah,
life.
Right.
yeah.
So Josh Allen, number 1.
Number 1, Josh Allen. Number
Right.
2, Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
3, Lamar Jackson. 4, Patrick Mahomes. Number 5, Anthony Richardson.
Oh, no. That's
Richardson.
awful. Where's CJ Stroud?
Yeah, exactly.
I would
They have
happily
Joe-
sit on CJ Stroud.
Joe Burrow at 6, CJ
Wow.
Stroud at 7,
Burrow
bro.
before CJ Stroud's kind of wild.
Dak Prescott at 8, Kyler Murray because of the new offense,
Sure.
and Marvin
Yeah,
Harrison,
sure.
all those guys at
Yeah.
9,
Definitely not taking it.
and at 10, somebody who should be getting a new contract between now and August 1, Jordan Love.
Okay.
That seems like a weak top 10.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, just mentioning those names. CJ Stroud's one of my favorite players for this new year. You got Stephon Diggs. You got all the talent that you
got
already
Tank.
had. You got Tank. You got healthy
Nico,
opportunity. You got Joe Mixon to
Dalton.
run the ball for you to make the play action actually look legitimate.
Yeah.
I think CJ Stroud's up there. Of course, Jalen Hurts because the tush push did not get taken out. So the tush push is alive and well. So Jalen Hurts helped me win 4 fantasy leagues last year. But I think that's a rough top 10. Jordan Love at 10
It
means
is,
the league
man.
is not in a good place with quarterbacks.
I got 2 teams this season, man. I got
here we
the
go.
Texans on my Sancha team and
Mhm.
the Cowboys. I still love them, man, but they're like that
Man,
ex-girlfriend
see,
you keep
you
going
know,
back to. You go back to her because you can't leave her,
Because she
man.
gives you the
But
hot
she keeps
tour.
breaking your heart every time, bro. Every damn time she breaks your heart.
Man. I don't know.
See,
about this Sancha
The toxic
team.
ones are fun. That's what it is.
No,
Nah,
I don't
man.
know about this Sancha
No,
team.
we
Get
all
tired of
we-
losing,
I don't
bro.
know
We
about the
all
Sancha team.
we all need a Sancha team.
No, we don't.
We all
No,
do.
We don't. No.
Yeah,
I got
because-
tired, man.
No,
I'm
we don't.
tired.
No,
I'm
we
tired.
Now, the-
Texans,
the-
man.
the
Give me
Is
the
it,
Texans.
is it bad if your Sancha team plays in the same division?
Yes, it is.
see,
Because
that's
those
no,
are the
no,
rules.
you got to be either in or out, bro. This whole like, I'm gonna have a Sancha team, but here's
I have
my
a Sancha
criteria.
team.
The rule
take
is
the Sancha team, whether they're your division or not, and all that.
the rule
That's what I
is
like about
the
this.
rule is the Sancha team has to be in a different conference. I know not only your division, different conference. So
Texans, bro.
I'm a Saints fan, right?
Mhm.
I have cheered for many years for the Texans, but I fell off with Bill O'Brien because Bill O'Brien
He's garbage, bro.
was. I mean,
You
he
started
just-
being
he
a
just
Saints
made
fan
it-
after Katrina, you said, right?
Yeah, when they came here to San Antonio.
Yeah.
I was an Oilers fan growing up, and then I was kind of a nobody fan for a few years, and then
Nobody fan.
I was my fantasy football team's fan. But then the Saints came over here, played the 3 glorious games at the Alamo Dome. Again, the Saints are the only team to call San Antonio home. Okay, they actually played a
Oh,
game
man.
here that counted.
Look at Sith. I believe in Dakota Rain Prescott. You can keep believing, bro. He ain't gonna get you to the promised land. I promise you that, dude. Promise you.
He's dating Latina now, man. So I kind of like him a little bit more.
Yeah.
So-
Women weaken the legs.
Right.
The women weaken the legs.
So the Sancho team
That
that
is
I've
true.
had
Yeah.
for the past couple of years has been the Cincinnati Bengals because they have Jamar Chase, they have Joe Burrow, that LSU connection. My daughter graduated from LSU.
Sure.
My money went there. I cheered for them.
That's
so
right.
so there you go. But now I got to pick a Sancho team for this upcoming season.
So you just change Sancha teams whenever you want. Because first it was the Bengals. Now
Well, that's the
now
fun of a
it's-
Sancha, Rick,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
you get
yeah,
to
yeah,
just change them as they go.
But
That's-
Sancho's
well,
giving you a
it was-
chance out
I
of
mean,
it.
if that's the case, then yeah, every year you could just pick the hot team.
I'm
and
not-
That's your Sancha
I'm
team,
not
right?
LeBron James,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean you get to bandwagon
Yeah.
the Sancho team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so now
I've never
do
been
I-
a bandwagon
do I,
fan. but go
Brandon,
ahead.
do I do the waiver? Do I drop the Bengals as my Sancho team and pick up the Texans? The problem with the Texans, though, incredible team. They've done so much. Screw Jerry Jones. This is what you call all in, man. They go get Stephon Diggs. They get Joe Mixon. I mean, they are loading up with talent because they have their quarterback C.J. Stroud in a rookie deal. But that being said, have you seen their schedule?
Rough.
Dude, that's like the hardest
It's
schedule in
the
the league.
nastiest schedule.
Like they have no breaks.
Yeah.
Even in their bye, they might lose.
Yeah. Houston's roughing it out. I think the league has rewarded such a great year as going, you're better than we thought you were. Now go prove it.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
It's time we start
It's
wrapping
time.
up, man. We've been going on for about a minute 41 already, bro.
An hour 41.
Yeah. I mean, an hour 41.
Time
should I
flies
say.
when you're having fun.
I got crap.
Time flies.
You got
time-
3 empty
Time
glasses.
So-
flies
so-
when you're talking about Sancha.
So Brandon, we
you
were
know?
talking about a promotion, right? How to like get people to like pay attention to the show more than they
Sure.
already do. I told Joe, and you've known me for 5 years now, 4 or 5 years now. I told Joe that I think with wearing Depends,
Oh, God, dude.
I could do a 24-hour show with no fucking problem.
No breaks.
Steph, could you help me
I can
produce
talk
a 24-hour show?
I can talk nonsense.
No.
I can talk sports and pop culture. You know,
We'll keep the coffee coming.
I can do a deep dive into Not Like Us,
Yes.
which by the way, I called the.
Who wants to know that you're wearing Depends and you're shitting yourself while you're
Well, no,
wearing
I would get up and piss.
Who
I'd
wants to,
go
like,
and do my
who
thing.
wants to see that? You said
No
wearing
one
Depends.
sees it. It's all, it's all up
You
here.
said wearing Depends. Is what he
I-
said.
I'd be like-
That's what he said.
I'd be like Steve Martin, the jerk. May I go to the bathroom? Yes. Thank
20
you.
Oh, my God.
Well, you just need a water bottle. Like I was in tanks,
There you
right?
go.
When I was in Iraq and all that, we had water bottles. You don't have to have Depends. Like I'm just saying.
Yeah, bro. You was in Iraq and you want to cheer for Wimby in the Olympics, dog.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the
So,
foxhole and
yeah,
everything,
water
bro.
bottle's
Come
okay,
on.
but
All
you
I gotta
don't-
say
you
is-
don't wear Depends.
All I gotta say is you're 20 plus years in the Marines. Thank you for your service.
It was my pleasure.
But fuck Kawhi and LeBron if they're shooting for the
Fuck
game-winning
USA.
shot.
Fuck red,
Oh,
white, and blue.
You know what? You know what?
God.
France is red, white, and blue.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Brandon, I forgot to ask you. Tim Gonzalez is a big wrestling
I've been
fan.
seeing a
He
bunch
said he
of them
wanted me to
coming in.
ask you about the Wyatt Six.
Oh, dude, it's the best thing going to wrestling right now. If you're not a wrestling fan, wrestling is better than your favorite thing. I say it every time. I think everybody has an opportunity to be a wrestling fan at some point. Whether you watched or not, you were introduced to the Von Erichs.
Mhm.
You were introduced to Hulk Hogan.
Mhm.
You were introduced to John Cena. You were introduced to The Rock, the biggest superstar we know
All these
today.
eras.
All these
Yeah,
eras,
yeah.
wrestling has had a part in pop culture. In the
I
United
agree with that.
States,
I
as
was
big
a-
as it has.
I
ever
agree with
been.
that. I was a big 90s wrestling fan.
Oh, dude,
Huge.
Uh,
Ultimate Warrior, Hulk
oh,
Hogan,
the
Mr.
best.
80s,
Perfect,
90s.
$1 Million Man, Ted
Yeah.
Like I love that.
That was the
stuff.
golden
and
era.
I still like watching that stuff. I go back, I drive Steph crazy because I'll go back to YouTube.
Oh,
and just
yeah.
start watching random like old like
Yeah.
Legion of Doom,
Yes, that's
Demolition,
funny.
like
The
all
Hearts,
those old
watching the
Heart
Hearts.
Foundation. Yeah, I love that stuff.
I posted some on Instagram and Twitter the other day. You were like all about it. When I go to my friend Alex's house,
Oh yeah.
whenever he invites me
Yeah.
over for dinner once a week, right? And
Yeah.
every time we have dinner, he puts on a classic boxing match in the background.
I love that. Yeah,
like
I'm
this
here
is
for
this
that.
is De La
What's
Hoya,
wrong
I
with
guess,
that,
whatever.
man?
This is
Yeah, I love
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah.
I'll be watching it.
And he sits there and watches
Yeah.
it like he doesn't know what's
Like
going to
it's just
happen.
happening, like it's renewed. That's what I'll do too. Yeah, it just does something to you. I think it brings back
Yeah,
a
it's
feeling,
the
an
nostalgia,
emotion.
it's a
man.
nostalgia
Yeah,
factor.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, dude, wrestling's at the absolute top it's ever been. It's huge right now.
I still remember
I'll-
the Legion of Doom and
It's-
their
dude,
song, dude.
dude,
coming
hardcore
out.
Mario Cavazza says Tito Santana became a school teacher.
Oh yeah, so I'll be in
Tito
Vegas.
Santana.
I'll be in Vegas for WrestleMania. We go every other year, so this will be my 6th WrestleMania that I'll be doing. But we have a group of 13 going, so we'll be going. I'll be there in Vegas next April.
Brandon Pimp Generation Duo. What you got going on with that?
Yeah, dude. I'm recording right after this. I'm headed right out. I'm texting them like,
With
yo,
Johnny.
we're going right now after this Generation Duo comedy style podcast. It's going to be a fun time today. We're going to be drafting a bunch of stuff and talking about a little bit of Hawk 2, of course, for sure, for Mike.
God.
I might have to show him this Camino Real group. I might have to
Yeah,
put him on game.
Oh,
Right? I might have to just collaborate with this opportunity.
100,000 subscribers for a reason,
There
man.
you
is what
go.
I got.
Yeah.
But we'll be
Oh,
doing a
man.
show. It's going to be a fun one, talking nonsense. And if you're looking for a fun karaoke sing along, we'll be singing a bunch of shit
Awesome.
too, I'm sure.
Awesome.
One last thing. I'm going to be in Vegas next week.
Dang.
By the way,
nice.
so obviously Thursday, the July 4th, we won't have a show, but if
Yeah.
we're gonna have one on Friday, I'll need somebody here filling in. It's my daughter's 21st birthday,
Nice.
Yes.
and we are
Yeah.
on the website Polestar. If you ever travel and you want to know if there's like a concert going on, or if there's like a comedy show, Polestar, POLLSTAR.com. Just punch in the city, and I looked at it. July 5th, I get to the 4th, fireworks display over at the Caesars Palace.
Sure.
Stayed at Park MGM. 3 concerts going on the 5th. Which one should I buy tickets to?
Oh, nice. Let's go.
We got Lady Gaga
Okay.
at Park MGM. We've got, okay, by the way, ticket prices for that one, about $300 a pop.
Yep. That makes sense.
Okay. For about $200 a pop,
Okay.
can you get decent seats to go see New Edition.
Oh.
Wow.
Girl, I'm leaving you.
Oh,
again.
my God.
New edition.
Yeah, Ronnie
That's
Bobby,
wow.
Movie, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny.
Okay.
Can you
All
stand the
this.
rain?
New, yeah,
Oh my goodness.
Can you stand the rain?
Hey, cool it now. So that was a good one.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
The third one is only $39 to get in.
Oh, damn. Here we go.
It's a nightclub.
You shouldn't have told us the price.
Yeah, you
But
should
it's
have-
okay. But
go ahead, go ahead.
Anyway,
It's a nightclub
Okay.
to go see Luda.
Ludicrous.
Yes. For $39.
You can see him at Smoke.
Yeah.
What the-
So Ludacris for
Gaga.
$39,
Gaga.
Gaga for $300.
Gaga.
Now keep in mind, double
Lady
it because I got to buy my kid one,
Yeah.
or
Hey,
$200 to go see New
It's
Edition.
her 21st birthday.
Take her to
You
go
gotta
see
do
Lady Gaga.
Gaga.
dude.
You gotta do
Come
Gaga,
on.
dude. 21st
I really want to
I'll
go
say Gaga.
see Silk Sonic with Bruno Mars over there
Nice.
sometime when I go to Vegas. But I think for those 3 options, Lady Gaga for sure throw an awesome show. That'd be
All
great.
right. Okay.
You'd have more fun, dude, with
Yeah.
her, man.
And then if anything, just park up at like a slot machine and
Yeah.
just grab those drinks for your daughter all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And just
Now, as the show comes to a close, hour and 45 in,
Mhm.
can I hear your rendition of "Shallow," Brandon?
of Shallow.
Oh,
she
my
can sing it.
God.
She can
Oh,
sing it.
you want to come on? You want to
Can we get Steph and Rick?
She's shy,
Can we get
bro.
Steph and Rick?
You're embarrassing her
The
way.
lovebirds of Steph
The
and Rick.
Bradley Cooper and
She's like, no,
Gaga?
I'm shy. I'm
She-
shy.
Wow.
She can sing Shallow.
It's really funny. I mean, obviously, like you see me and my kids, always around downtown.
Yeah.
Walking Hemisphere Civic Park. Whenever we cross the
Parking
garages, my son, like he knows they echo.
Yes.
My
Yeah,
my son's
yeah.
the
Just
singer,
like singing into
and
the, yeah,
and
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
and one of them would be Shallow, or I mean it's rare, like
Yeah.
whatever pops into his mind, like he's just like he'll be like woo, or he'll
We love
do
Shallow.
whatever. Yeah,
That's a
my
great-
son's
That's a good
singer.
one.
It's
Yeah.
a good song.
Good
Now,
song.
now is the greatest duet for karaoke, like if you're going like guy and girl or whatever the case may be, is it Picture by Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock?
I don't know.
I'm talking about a guy and girl duet, not like Summer Lovin'.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine's always if we're doing a guy
Mike,
girl
bro.
duet. I love doing Ain't No Mountain High Enough. That's
Nice.
That's a good duet one.
Benny
And
and the Jet.
yeah,
Come
on.
We were just
the
talking
jam.
about that.
I think
Yeah,
there's so many good ones,
Yeah.
but a lot of mine tend to be like in the Motown old school
yeah.
music.
I like
And
Ain't No
what's
Mountain
the greatest duet for 2 dudes to go up there?
High. Sheesh.
Oh shit, probably a Daryl Hall, John Oates.
John Oates wasn't singing.
I know.
No.
for two dudes, I think. Man,
I got one.
go ahead.
Easy Lover.
Easy.
Oh,
Phil
Philip
Collins
Bailey?
and Philip Bailey.
Come on now. That's a good one.
More
That's
than
fair.
love.
There,
More than love.
There you go.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
You know
More
which
than
is a
love
good one for
Yeah.
a man and a woman? It's like I like that new well it's not it's a new rendition, like it's a revision of Portugal the Man, Steal My Sunshine. If
Yeah.
you hear
Yeah.
that revision, that one's actually really
For
good.
two dudes, I would say any Boys to Men song. Any
true.
song like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, only if I can do the deep voice where it's like, I know you cheated on me.
Luda's
but
gonna
I'm
be in
gonna-
Lubbock.
Yeah, we got the end of the road.
$10 in canned goods gets you a ticket, Mike.
Oh, my God.
It's also Mario saying blame it on the rain.
Yeah, fucking some and Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
You know the lip sync. You know?
It's,
Mike performed Man Eater at karaoke.
Hey, but yeah. Hey, but before we go, man, speaking of Vegas, man, I will be in the house, Summer League, watch the Spurs. It's a good time, man. If you're going to
Just
come
you?
out there, please come out to Summer League Vegas. It's fun. It's the 12th.
Chicana
It's around the
Fuerte will
12th,
be there.
13th. Yeah.
We're looking forward to
Absolutely.
it. Hey, everyone have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hit the like button on the way out. Thank you for all the super chats and tips. That keeps things going. And 950 plus subscribers strong now. We're going to get to 1,000 by the end of July. I can feel it.
Mhm.
I can feel it. There's a movement going on here, man. There's something different that changed, man. The
Different vibe, man.
the something vibed somewhere around May 1st, May 15th, where people realize that we're doing what we're doing. And Joe and I, we said this in January when we got back together. I said, Joe, and you told me this too.
Yeah.
It's all about consistency.
Mhm.
It's all about doing it day in and day out and publicizing.
And it's also
advertising.
about the group as a whole. And you know what? The Alamo City Sportscast Network is a success because of everybody that's in here today. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you.
Hey, Tim Gonzalez saying endless love. Two hearts.
Hey, that's a good one.
Two hearts that beat as one. God, I
Hey, if
love you,
Brandon
Juan.
starts singing "Shallows," I'll sing with you.
Oh, sing us out. Sing us out. Sing us out.
You remember the
Get
words?
Get the lyrics out.
Tell me something, boy.
There you go.
Are you trying, or what is it? Are you tired trying to fill that void, or do you need more?
Come on, Brandon.
Ain't it hard keeping it so hard?
right? I'm falling. San Antonio, you look
Hey,
beautiful
there you
tonight.
go. There you go.
Catch us at the rodeo in 2020,
There you go.
2025. We'll be there.
Things
Headlining
that we sing to you on the way out.
headlining on
man.
Mexicano night.
with them 2030 Spurs picks.
That's
That-
right.
That's Chicana Fuerte. That's
Tony
Fernandez. That is Big Poppy Medina. That's Joe Garcia. I'm MJ Acquired Taste, Mike Jimenez. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for being part of this show. We love you guys. See you
Stay
guys on
poodle.
Monday.
Stay
Peace.
poodle, baby.